Hi, Internet! Welcome back to the stream. Happy Friday, happy weekend. Hope you're all doing good. Talizu and Tatsigi, what's up? Welcome back. How are you? I hope everyone is having a pretty chill or exciting or fun or something positive type of day. I'm feeling much better after yesterday. Brain did some kind of reset or whatever. And I'm feeling better, which is excellent. So, other than realizing that none of the Pantheon images in Runeterra have Pantheon with pants on, so I was thinking about what to play this evening. Viewer submissions, all of them are, and requests, etc., are all back on, so if you'd like to send something in, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, Glass gave me the very insidious idea of maybe just trying to summon as many Justice Riders as possible, which is, again, like the memeiest, jankiest, most ineffective thing ever, but I do occasionally get a hankering for it. So after getting the hankering to do Kai Sapporos, which didn't work, so we're just gonna chuck it in the bin real quick, I might actually do that. Like, Aloof Mill doesn't work. Well, okay, never mind. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Aloof Mill actually does occasionally work. The just summoning a bunch of aloof I can't remember the name of the card. The card is so bad, my brain is trying to stop me from saying it out loud. Justice Riders summoned to hell don't actually do as much either. But we're gonna try anyway because I'm a sucker for it and I will always be a sucker for it. And this, I think me playing it repeatedly is just both a cry for help and also a cry for Riot to make flash bombs a viable strategy. Even though we'd probably all fucking scream if all of our champions got deleted by an uncounterable mechanic on just a single top deck. I think we'd all be screaming. Yet, I still want it. It's the same way I want hand hate. So nothing has changed. Hope everybody's doing good. Why is Mahira Aspect of Justice? That's why it's showing up. I'd like to decrease the cost of stuff, but I'd also like to make 40 bajillion copies. So there's Counterfeit, there's Dawn and Dusk, there's Splinter Soul, there's Divine Judgment Out of the Way, of course. There's always that, for sure. I think I'm gonna just try running for things that decrease, like Green Glade, if we can. Maybe some kind of Ionia... Oh, maybe some kind of Ionia situation would be okay, because then we can run recalls and then we can run the Dawn and Dusk. Bomb them all with flashes. I mean, I'm not going to be flashing my opponents physically, nor on stream, but we can certainly try in the game. Also have to add Nora. Why do I have to add Nora? Portal flash bombs? But the Nora is going to take up space that I could be using for other things. Maximum confusion? But the problem is that if I'm also confused, this is not gonna help anybody here. Scorpy, thank you for the deck code, by the way. Welcome back. I will copy that in now. Appreciate it. Maximum confusion. Look, Glass, you're already confusing me, so that's, I guess your strategy has already worked marginally. What are you doing, Glass? What are you fucking See this guy? Sometimes he just like takes over. What are you looking for? Nora isn't here. This is a fucking Ionia. Good luck finding it. You haven't played Legends of Runeterra in like a year. Do you even know where to... Okay, you found the region. Good. That's nice. That's great. See, it's grayed out because I already have... Yep. Yep. See, there's Ionia. You gotta make a lot of deck edits here, buddy. You gotta make a ton of deck edits to fit this card in. Thank you for ruining my strategy. There's literally no duplication in Vandal. There's like literally none. I'm sorry, I'm taking it out, sir. I apologize. We're going back to my original plan. You cannot stop me. You will not stop me. Anyway, copy it in deck codes. Today is the 17th. It's gonna be the 20th on Monday, and I'm really not ready for March to be over already because I feel like it just started. Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him. I don't need to encourage him. Yeah, where did I put the thing that I was putting in before things happened? And I don't need the summon card. I need the green clade cards. And then let's put in some recalls and some resummons and also some draw. Insider knowledge is probably going to be pretty key here if we can actually get a board full of Justice Riders of any sort. Do you want a second champion in these regions? I don't know that we actually do. Ken and Caitlyn would be an interesting deck. And I don't think that's the right way to go, but I'll keep it in my memory as a maybe we do that occasionally. Probably not. Probably actually not at all. Yeah, this is going to be pretty weird, if not just unusable. I wanted to put in summon to get the cards that give me copies of things. Dawn and Dusk is here. That's okay. We could put in Serene Skysinger and put in more expensive cards. Again, I'm not exactly sure if that's gonna do much. It's not gonna do much, really. I'm gonna put in 3 Dawn and Dusk because if we're gonna make copies, we're going to make fucking copies, I swear to God. There's the there's also RNG summonings. Yeah, this is just not gonna work out super well. Where is the twin? This is the twin. Why wasn't it? Maybe it was showing up with the summon and I just didn't see it actually. Hentai homie, hello, welcome back. How's it going? Yeah, and then, I mean, we also need the other flash bomb stuff. I'm just ignoring also all of the regular cards that we probably should be using. Probably should be using all of these. Hi, Karita. Hi, what's up? I want 3 of you. I think I kind of want 3 of you because I'm gonna die, so we might as well go out in fucking style. Scorpy, thank you for the additional deck code. Let me copy this. Creeps into the shadows. I can't tell if you're trying to be Nocturne or if you're trying to run away from me because you've handed me like Fiora or something. I guess both, to be fair, are quite possible here. I have room for 6. Let's put in Denies and Nopifies. Maybe not 6 total of those things, but certainly 1 or 2 Nopifies as well, just to be like, hey, I see that you have stuff. I wish you didn't have stuff. Stuff is not allowed. So we actually do potentially have Hexcore Foundries as well. Let's put in a couple of Hexcore Foundries. Time tricks for us are probably not horrible. Let's actually dump the Tailstones, not the Tailstones, the bomb planting thing mechanic that I have already forgotten the name of, because that's probably not going to be as good. None of this is going to be as good as we need it to be, but that's where we're at, of course. Let's drop it Dawn and Dusk and put in Aloof Travelers or 2, I think. Aloof Travelers will save my butthole somehow, maybe. Somehow, maybe it will work. Coup de Grace are all the flow cards as well. Most Wanted is fucking hilarious. I've never actually tried running Most Wanted against an opponent to mill them. Like, Most Wanted Aloof would be some interesting, like, turbo mill, I guess. But I think the mill deck that really worked was the Maokai version. I definitely did. Wait, definitely did what? I mean, I've run the Aloof mill. I haven't run Most Wanted mill, for sure. I want more predicts. I think I might put another time trick as usual. I always want to run 3 time tricks because it's only 2 mana to fucking draw a card. But it's 2 mana to draw a card, so it can be kind of annoying. Most Wanted is crazy. It is it's an interesting card. Would be much more powerful, obviously, if it was a fast spell, but the fact it's slow definitely puts it in a weird niche, but it is kind of cool. I'm actually going to throw it in there just for fun and see how this goes. This is going to be probably non-functional, but we'll see. The most justice you've ever seen. It actually fits. I'm amazed that it actually fits. Okay, let's do a game of this, and then we do have Scorpy's submissions, so we'll go through those as well. But now that I've built it, I would like to actually at least try it once or twice. Let's do the one with the animation. Let's do the fully animated one. Let's go with Earth. Let's go with Lil Rost here. Let's go with... Look, we're talking about Pantheon in the title. Let's go with the actual Pantheon. Hi, Mamir. What's up? Built a masterpiece? Indeed, I have built a masterpiece for sure. Mono Katarina versus Mono Caitlyn. Shadow Isles, Noxus. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We have a shiny opening. I don't hate this opening, actually. Hope Fiddle is new champ. Fiddlesticks would be great. Also, Queen! Hey, welcome back. What's up? I did top deck the one of most wanted that I put in the deck because of course I did. Because I'm so good at doing that. Is my probability very low of drawing this? We're gonna draw it somehow. We're gonna draw it eventually. What are you doing? I'm assuming it's aggro with some kind of revival with Shadow Isles? Unless they're doing some like weird Helia Ledros or something tech. Either, not both at the same time, but either would be kind of cool. One turn until cat. Hi, aloof travelers. Don't kill this, please. I know you have potential for drain or quietus. I would prefer none. I would like it if you had neither. You have unfortunate news? No! What is the unfortunate news? Let's, yep, like that. Hopefully we... Do we want to kill something? No, we didn't kill anything anyway. That's kind of ish okay. It's okay-ish. It's not great. It's actually kind of bad, but it's, yeah, we'll manage. Let's see, what's the most damage here? I mean, I don't actually know how much. No, we need to kill Katarina because I don't want her to let her recall, because if she recalls, then we unfortunately faced with recurring damage that will never be able to hit anything on that board because it will actually just never go away. It will never leave me. Let's see. I'm assuming Cat Gwen without Gwen and more hallowed spaces, hallowed stuff. Maybe. I don't know why they would do that though exactly. I don't necessarily see the benefit. Also, we don't have any of our Justice Riders, which kind of sucks here. So we'll just have to try and forge ahead and kill their whole board. We've got 4 now? 6. We actually got 6. That's more than I expected because I wasn't counting. There's 2. They hit perfectly. That is going to be a big hallowed something when it comes down, but maybe we don't have to worry about it too much. That is a Trifarian fucking training pits, and I personally am just gonna... Am I gonna wait? I'm gonna wait here, because I don't actually want to aloof when they don't have any units. If I'm gonna kill their stuff, we're going to kill their stuff. Well, okay, they did manage to pulse things. That's unfortunate. We do have 6. They still have 4. We're not planting anything additional, which kind of sucks. Let's still go with aloof. That gives me 1 aloof. That gives me 1 peacemaker, and they're only in hallowed 4. That will shove a rally onto the board, though, which is annoying. Yep, they get that back. They don't get anything additional. 5-1 coming in, so we're gonna have to face that twice. Don't have any other way to forcing draw. Unless we want to risk flash bombs, I would honestly not like to do that. But we can take a little bit of damage, so I might actually. Had a Braum Fiora deck that got taken from me because you didn't renew your Xbox Game Pass. Give the foundation card, so no more Braum Fiora. Wait, what? Oh, I remember that the Xbox thing was like a thing that they announced. That is kind of fucked, though. I'm sorry to hear that. We actually leveled the Caitlyn and killed everything that was really important right now. Then we're gonna have to face 1 more 5-1 on their attack, assuming they use it. But we are actually kind of doing okay-ish. Yeah, I mean, I have to wait here. We do have a blocker for that, so we're just gonna block away. Let's do it. Pantheon, the Manthian field is Rathian by the hand of Eltheon. Eltheon doesn't quite sync up as well, but I see what it's supposed to do, and I like it. That's unfortunately on absolutely fucking nothing, which sucks. But have a Caitlyn to your face hole. Look, she's pretty. She's like especially pretty this time. That's an eternal fucking dancers. Let's see. There's 4 in there. I'm gonna just do this. That's gonna revive. They have a bunch of 2-1s. There's a strike up the bam. That's great. I could actually have destroyed a landmark with the Piltov and Telstones, which I didn't even think about, because they're gonna start triggering rallies like crazy. We finally do have a Justice Rider that will be rallying, unfortunately. It doesn't make horrors. It does make a Katarina, though. Ah, the Katarina is back. That kind of sucks. I have another Piltover Peacemaker, though unfortunately that's actually not the biggest source of damage that we're currently facing. If I do this, we potentially do have Caitlyn Blocker, another Piltover Peacemaker, and an additional insider knowledge. So I think we're going to end up blocking with the Caitlyn, recasting one of our many Caitlyns, and then going from there. So that's +2. There's that 6. We're not going to kill the Eternal Dancers, unfortunately, until it hits me. But for now, I'll fucking take it. They can't hit the Caitlyn. I'm not actually super worried about that. Nowhere to be found. Thank you for the deck code here. And Queen, thank you for the challenge request. They're infinite? I don't believe they're infinite, right? Because the Trifarian training pits is the first time per round, and they don't have... Well, they could still have some kind of rally, but they don't. If they don't have the strike with the Katarina, they're going to run out of rallies, just objectively, which I'm hoping is what we can pull off here. We are going to lose one, for sure. They don't have counter spells. They could have a Vengeance or something, but the Ephemeral doesn't matter. If they have Ruined Reckoner... But then again, they're still locked to the one rally, which would kill us, to be fair. That would actually just fucking kill me. So I'm going to play a blocker just because it exists.
What have we here?
Let's see. Know where I've got your code. That's a Phantom Prankster, which is going to hurt. So we need to somehow kill that first. We need to kill somehow 2 of them first, which is going to be fucking unlikely. There's a Boisterous Host. Yes. They didn't actually burn the Blade's edges to go face, instead opting for units. There's a Dawn and Dusk. No flash bombs triggered, unfortunately. Let's see. We can definitely face tank. We can face tank not much of it at all. The most space that we get is probably Justice Rider into Tellstones, so that at least on their next rally, they may not be able to actually trigger that second rally. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do this into Tellstones here instead of Karina, because I don't think the Karina is actually going to be enough punching to do anything. So I'd rather stay above their rally to the point where I can block and then hopefully only have to take 2 damage. We're out of the... we're unfortunately out of Peacemakers unless we top deck another Caitlyn that I put back into the deck. So that kind of is annoying. I actually think Dawn and Dusk, reading this game, is going to be more useful on Caitlyn than it is the Justice Rider. So I'm not mad that it's in here, but I think I do need to switch the strategy on that a little bit. Yeah, let's just axe their... If we can, axe their rally. They might have another one. They're probably running 1 or 2. I don't know if it's 2 in that kind of deck. It probably is 2. Unless they're just stacking pranksters and stuff like that. That actually... opens up the field to potentially killing pranksters. We actually killed a prankster, but we're still taking a damage from it. We get rid of the landmark. So if we can hit the other one first, we'll be fine. At least we're not taking 2 from all of the Ephemeral that's getting summoned. There's a 2/2. That's gonna suffer for sure. The 3/5 can technically, I mean, they're not gonna block with anything particularly useful, so we're still looking at the same number of attackers. And I was fucking right. They do run 2 of them. Here we go. Treasured Trash with a stress testing and an acorn deck. Amazing. We didn't quite hit enough. We needed to hit that. Though we also needed to not die to this. So it's kind of just really all bad because I can't, of course, counter very much of anything. Yeah, we're gonna rip Insider Knowledge. We're gonna block. We're gonna die. That is unfortunately how it is kind of currently looking because we're just tanking. We're also just like tanking too much damage to the face. I think I actually, let's see here. No, we need to kill the... We could always try and high roll the 10-1. We're gonna die anyway, so let's try and high roll the 10-1. And let fate do the rest of it. Yeah, the skin has custom flash bombs. It's very pretty. Everything has custom animations for this skin. Fucking worth, in my opinion. Yeah, we're gonna bank on RNG. I can also hit us in the face. It doesn't really matter. They're hitting my Caitlyn, which is, again, doesn't really matter. We're probably gonna die anyway. I guess I could have denied it to save, but that's really literally like the most useless thing ever. 2, 3, on that, not on the 10-1, unfortunately. I think we did, what was that, 6 damage out of the Caitlyn though? I'll take 6 damage out of the fucking Caitlyn. Close enough, close enough. I still think that the sand version of this deck works the best if I'm gonna be running some kind of Caitlyn situation. But I had to try something. I had to try some Ionia a little bit. Catching up on our submissions here. Nowhere and Queen. Copying in your stuff now. Here we go. Okay, Nowhere, Queen. Oh, I just saw your challenge request text. Crowdfunding to remove Pantheon's said undergarments. You know, different tack, but fucking respectable. Judgment Cat? Oh, Judgment... Wait, oh, do you mean Judgment Caitlyn? Or do you mean... I'm thinking, when you said cat, I'm thinking Judgment Catastrophe. Judgment Caitlyn, though, but the thing that I've been running the most is the Desert Duel stuff. We actually have done several games with this because I love it so much. The Desert Duel works very well for a leveled Caitlyn. And so does the grappling hooks if you can get the targeting. So Caitlyn Akshan has been the most solid thing, I think. I mean, obviously not the most solid as in that it's not going to win us all of the games that we'd like to win, but it is, I think, the best iteration of Flash Bombs thus far. Scorpy, I've got your deck codes here. Let's launch in. Importing now. We do see Echo. We do see Shurima. Well, PNZ Shurima something something. Viewer, Scorpy, time is an illusion. And so is my mental health. No. My mental health is more solid than time, I would hope in general. Let's see. Feral Prescience, Forsaken. I was right. There's Zillion Echo. Perfect. Okay. Fallen Feline, Forsaken Bakai, Scrying Sands, Chronomancer, Careful Preparation, Time Trick, Zillion's Curse of the Tomb, Practical Perfectionist, Rock Bear Shepherd, Echo, Kahiri the Returned, Hex Obliterator, and Castigate. I actually have not thought about this interaction before. If you commit Curse of the Tomb on something, and then you cast a Hex Obliterator on something that is above 6 HP, can you deal 12 damage and obliterate something? I imagine so, right? Because the Curse of the Tomb is not specific to the unit damage, or as specific to unit damage hitting something else. So I don't think we'll have a great opportunity to do that. But that's a thing that exists. Right now, we just have fucking swole-ass Kahiris, though, hopefully. So let's see how this do. It's been a while since I've had to flex the Zillion muscle. But it's good that I'm getting more practice with the Zillion. Because occasionally I'll run into it and I'll be like, wait, what am I doing? Also, I'll show you back. Hello, welcome back. How's it going? Woo! Machon Hairu? Something. I don't know what that username is, but we do see Elise Darius. Hopefully I can find that obliterator again. Kahiri! No! Bad Kahiri! Go back, Kahiri! Kahiri, stop! Scolding the time wizard. Printer decks are fun. Let's see, let's just go with our favorite rat. Hey rat, what's up? Why do you have biceps and pectoral muscles? It's confusing. That's a Rock Bear Shepherd. I would have taken another Zillion there, but I feel like Rock Bear, because we're going to be summoning a couple of things, is also not horrible. Because it's probably going to be Zillion, Rock Bear, Aspiring Chronomancer with the Scrying Sands potentially thrown in. And they're going to be doing fearsome stuff, which is what I'm going to use Scrying Sands for, so that I hopefully don't fucking die to whatever fearsome stuff they're doing. Let's see. It's early morning, so still sleepy. Well, good morning to you, and thank you for starting your day with the stream. Time Bomb Printer deck with Rock back in the day. Nice. Because he's a Bakai. Don't diss your beautiful ratty Bakai boy. I'm not trying to insult him. I'm more just like bemused. I'm bemused that he's such an active-looking rat. Zillion, what are you giving me here? That's an echo. Ah, we have 2 more predicts. I don't actually despise an echo because we're probably gonna level him. We're already halfway there. There's a Legion Saboteur. They're just running aggro, and I'm running. Hopefully, I don't die. That's what I'm running. I'm running the deck that hopefully doesn't die immediately. Shepherd can block 2 whole things. That's exciting, isn't it? I'm gonna take so much damage right now. I'm taking so much damage from all sides. I don't want to give Hallowed. I don't want to take 3. I don't want to let that live, but I also only have 1 blocker. And I would prefer that they not just immediately, I think, Nox a Flock. I almost said Noxian Flock, which is not the right card and is not a card that even exists. Tears. This is Soda. It's a little bit flat because we got it yesterday, but I'm trying to finish it off. It's Coke Zero. Judge me if you will. But I like it. It's my favorite of them all. Hi, you suck. Let me get a predict up in here. Castigate will actually eliminate a whole bunch of shit if I can bank mana for it. We'll be currently taking a damage to the face if we do that, but I don't think that's really an issue. I don't have any other removal, so I am actually going to take that and then go with the Echo here. That's going to turn into a unit. I don't have anything else to summon this turn. We can decrease the power of something. We can also just take all the damage in the universe. Thank you, Noxus! Yeah, let's pass here. Yeah, that's great. I love to see that. Love to see it. So good. How much damage? That's decimate range, so we distinctly cannot do that. I might overwrite. I don't really want to overwrite the Castigate though, so I think I'm just gonna drop down a little dangerously low here. Let's do that. We're taking 5. Ow, my life. That's fine. 6. We're taking 6. We're fine. Kill my Echo, or kill my Zillion. I'll find another Zillion. It'll be fine. We get the 5/5. We have the Castigate. I can rip that now, but if I summon this, we might actually have options away from that, because we can still decrease the power of the 3/1, and there's no Hallow triggered, so I'm going to risk the Echo here. Death's Hand is enough. A Ping and a Fervor is enough. And literally, basically anything is enough here, so we're gonna have to kind of just, I think, rely on his quick attack. Rely pretty heavily on his quick attack there. Oh, but because I didn't use his Scrying Sands, he's not actually leveled. We should be able to at least get the level out of him regardless. Let's go with the time trick. Yo, that's a lot of weight to try and lose. Kudos to you for picking a goal. There's a Fervor, so they probably have 2 of those, and then we're dead. Or at least that's what I would suspect here. Just running into a lot of aggro. Yeah, I'm gonna take another Scrying Sands in the effort to not die to units, but then of course we're just gonna have a Decimate and then go.
I love it when things converge like that.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Sorry I fucked up your leveling. Yeah, they have to pass because they only have 1 at least. And there's a Chronomancer, and hear me die. Time to die! Time to die. Or they cast a Darius, but I think it's just death. It should just be death. Yep, there's Decimate. There's Decimate, and I don't have Rite of Negation. Is there a Rite of Negation? I don't think there's a Rite of Negation in this deck. I might... What can we swap out to put that in? Maybe one of the Scryings? Putting a Scrying away could work. I don't know if we need counterspells, though. I think that was just kind of a doomed aggro matchup. If we had found Hexite Crystal earlier, I did pass up a Fallen Feline from before. So if I had taken the Feline and then I'd predicted into the Hexite Crystal, maybe we'd have survived longer because we just weren't taking damage. So I think that was actually an issue with the mulligan rather than an issue with the matchup. Never mind, never mind. That's Zed Kindred Callista. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, I didn't know you were getting married next year. Congrats! That's exciting. How's your Zed mastery? 20,000. Okay, so again, you like Zed, but you're not totally obsessed with the Zed. That might give me, that's not going to give you more of a shot probably, because you're still going to be pumping out a bunch of units. It's still very good. It's still very good though versus all of my 2-power units, because they're just going to also still be able to pump out fearsomes, which has just been the bane of my existence playing this deck so far. Prescience is another predict. I don't hate it. I think any of those actually would have been kind of okay. Let's go with a 2-3. Bring it down to 18. Hi. Okay, now you're still around. Good, good, good. Let's Perfectionist. I'd actually like to get Rock Bear out this turn if we can maybe swing that. Oh, I do have a prescience in hand. I just need to predict, so I don't think it's a big issue. If we don't see anything good off of the 2-3, then let's overwrite and see what we can find. Unless we do just want to go with the Rock Bear Shepherd and then cast the prescience for the predict every turn kind of strategy, which I actually, unless they do something really drastic here, I think is the correct call. That is just a Vestian Disciple, so not absolutely catastrophic. That's definitely annoying though. We're gonna have to deal with the 3-2 hitting us somehow. I think I'm just gonna Rock Bear Shepherd and tank 1 Zed proc here. Cast the Real Prescience. I could have Real Prescience actually beforehand, but that's okay. Take that. So we're taking 4 damage. The Zed is halfway leveled. Let's go. It's way easier to do when you're younger too. You need sleep and your body is not yet old, or you need less sleep and your body is not yet old, so it's just like, yeah, this is fine. Let's pass here. Real Prism Sword, thank you for the raid. Welcome in everybody. How is it going? For those of you who are new, hi, I'm Elzon. I play mostly Runeterra right now. We're usually sit in the meme territory. And we're currently playing some viewer submissions, so I don't actually know what's coming up, but right now we've got some Zillion Echo stuff happening. Welcome, and also Real Prism Sword. I hope your stream went well, and thank you for sending folks over here. Let's do Fallen Feline finally, I think. Okay, we still have an attack here, and honestly, looking at that board, I'm just gonna shove. I'm just gonna shove kind of hard. I'd like them to die. I'd like to be not ignorable here. They might block with the Stein. They don't really have much mana to do stuff with. Let's see. Come on. Come on, let's go. Take damage. Look at him. He's a little cross-eyed, but he's cute. He's super fucking cute. I also like how they're not really scared of the rock bears. It's just like, yeah, they just kind of, they exist, but also we leave them food. That's adorable. I love it. Okay, that's, yep, just do something. That's a glimpse beyond. That's okay. The thing is still out of the way, so I don't hate it. Okay, perfect. 4 damage in. Goodbye. Find a Zillion early, that would be kind of okay. We do have 3 predicts to cast potentially after this Fallen Feline, so we have a lot of good opportunities to actually hunt for the crystal. Not that we're gonna find it, probably. Unlikely that we're gonna find it, but I would definitely like to, if they allow me to cast a unit after this. They only have 5 mana, so they might not be able to do much. Callista would see an ephemeral Zed die. If they have Twin Disciplines or they have Meditate, they can obviously go with the Zed into the Rock Bear, but right now it's actually kind of unfavorable for them generally. They're really thinking about this. They're really having a good thunkle. Either pick the shadows or no shadows. Dragon Caller! That is a fancy fucking card, not gonna lie. That's a fancy fucking card. Okay, you're doing some spicy shit and I gotta respect it. Empyrean Ephemeral to help with the Callista level and all of the other stuff that's happening is actually kind of golden. I love that. There's a Kahiri. I don't actually know if we want any of this yet. Let's just... Oh, but I should have made Kahiri's because of the Perfectionist. I keep forgetting that it's not just a ignore card, or that it's not something that you can exactly just ignore. Let's take Echo, though. I will take an Echo. Echo is fine. Probably overwrite the Rock Bear Shepherd because it's already done its job. Yes, if you recall this, I will be sad, but also not the end of the world. Go! They can't predict. More chances to find something. They are gonna have one Empyrean next turn, probably, assuming they cast 2 spells here, which is 6 damage plus buff. So let's say maximum 8 damage on that. Not horrendous. Oh, it's gonna be 10 damage potentially with Hallowed procs. I'm gonna pretend that's not a thing and just attack anyway. And just swing anyway with stuff. I think we want to try and get the predict into the Chrono Brick, so let's just push here. They have a counterspell mana open. So we'll have to see if they actually use the counterspell mana. They're taking 10 from the 5/5s alone, so they might sacrifice something. If not, we are a little bit worried about the Hallowed on Elusive. This is a new brand of Elusive spam. Which I'm not exactly sure I'm a fucking fan of. But we'll do what we can. They are keeping their Dragon Color alive, obviously. They're blocking the big bear thing, which is fine, I think. That's a stun. Okay, so they have the stun. So they can't actually strike with the Echo. All right. They have a 3/2. How many spells have you cast, though? Okay, yeah, flow is gonna be triggered, right? Stay. Yeah, strike up the bend into the other card is enough. There's a Zillion. Time bombs at this point do deal Nexus damage. Curse of the Tomb is kind of irrelevant. Castigate in hand would be helpful, but they also just have the open attacks. I think I'm just gonna take the Zillion here. Let's pass here. Yep, there that is. It's plus, yeah, it's minimum 8, plus whatever buff spells they have. We did actually top deck the Hexite Crystal anyway. Yay, deck shuffling! Maybe we can get rid of the Zeds and the other stuff in the meantime. I think it's then a Zillion into Hexite Crystal. If they let us do anything, they might just open attack, depending. They could, I suppose, do something like a Dawn and Dusk on that shit to really kill me, but they didn't. They cast a Kindred, which is arguably safer. Arguably safer on that one. I mean, who doesn't really like a Kahiri as a 7/7 at this point? To be fair, he's not gonna save me necessarily, but yeah, let's try this. That's a Sonic. It doesn't buff HP though, so that should be actually fine, because they only have 1 mana left. They can make that 10 damage. They can make that 10 damage. I was right to expect a +2. Let's see. Shouldn't the priority for Pantheon to buy a shirt? I don't know. Do you care more about thigh exposure, or do you care about like other shit? Yeah, that's fine. They used all their fucking mana. So I'm just gonna live at this HP and then go next turn. Like, literally just go. Going seems like a good idea. I don't think we even need to super worry about the what's the card that I'm going to top deck. I don't think really super need to worry about it because we're going around. We have the quick attack. Let's see, if they block the 6/5 and they slay something, the Kindred gets a proc, but they do kind of have to block with the Kindred also. I'm gonna yeet the Zillion here just because hopefully we're getting a strike. Wish Kahiri buff and Timeline still worked. Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, I actually never played that. I didn't know that was a thing, that when you buff this card it would buff everything else that it summoned. Damn, interesting. Okay, so they're sacking the Kindred, which is what I want exactly. Hopefully they don't have another Concussive Palm. If they trade with the dragon and they don't have 2 spells, okay. If they do have 2 spells, horrible. Though they're killing Dragon Collar because I think they have to. Recall is bad here. Recall, I think worst case scenario, they have recall on Dragon Collar, recall on Echo. Kindred lives, the Empyrean trades with the Zillion, one of the units is eaten by Kindred, and then they can just resummon the Dragon Caller.
Hey, you want me to rewind?
No, but they wouldn't have mana for that, actually, because a Dragon Caller is 5. So they could Homecoming, but they wouldn't have the chance to recast. So then I think we're worried about the Kindred the most. In general. Okay, that's 2. They're really thinking about this. They don't have a stun, I'm assuming, if they're doing all this faffing about, trying to figure out where they want to block most effectively. The timer is also just like out. Oh, they do have Homecoming on that. They do have Homecoming on that, but that means we still get the Echo Strike. So they did have a Homecoming. I think they used it in the weirdest... One of the weirder way possibles, though. So I'm not quite sure what that was about, and they don't have Dragon Caller again, because, yeah, I did the math! I did the math! I don't know if they did the math. I'm not sure if they remembered that it was 5 mana and they don't have it again. Give me a time trick here. And then, yeah, hopefully we could get a Chrono Break or something. That would be great. That would be lovely. I'll also just take another Echo, I guess. That's potential. Why did they sad emote at me? I mean, I don't. They're also roping, so not quite sure what that's about. Yeah, let's go with this. Castigate is unfortunately not that. Careful Preparation is a card that I can use, though. We can actually put Kahiri back and then try something, because we have a bunch of copies of that. Time Bomb is also great. I'll take a Time Bomb to kill the Kindred with. We find another Time Bomb so we can also just trigger the draw and the Nexus damage that we will be looking at here. It was mass with a teeny tiny bit off. It was a wee bit wrong, indeed. Oh, we find that other Echo. That's nice backup. We love the backup of that. I'm actually just gonna rip the Called Shot here too, because we can, and maybe we'll top deck something spicy. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Echo. Give me something good. If they Nopify or counter this, good. Pressure. Keep the pressure on. Well, we're finding a Forsaken Bakai, which is actually not terrible. It does predict again. Why am I not finding... I found one Kahiri in hand, and I have found no other Kahiris, which is just kind of annoying. Let's take a Perfectionist. Sure, that's fine. We can put that on the top. We're getting their Nexus real low, which is exciting for sure. Card Draft Town! Card Draft Town, indeed. There's the Zillion. Hi! Hi, Zillion! Hi, old man! Help me, old man! That's a yeah, we do need to top deck that. I was like excited to announce the top deck, and then I remembered that I'm playing a fucking predict deck, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I think we should be fine. What can they do? They can wipe my board. They can heal if they have a random drain. They could summon a Kindred and kill a couple of things. They could not really do very much. Unless they have some way of shoving through elusives right now, which I don't think they do, especially if their game plan was Empyrean. What card are you casting again? Stalking Shadows. Okay, you're trying to find some elusive way. Oh, but the Hallowed is actually enough to potentially make any elusive threat a problem. They summon one Shadow Assassin with a buff, and I'm dead. Which is a little concerning, actually, thinking about it. But I don't know if it matters. Yeah, I mean, I die if I, yeah, whatever. Make more of those, I guess. Like if they have a bad elusive combo, we are still dead, but for now I have board, and they don't have Ruination anymore, so it's target removal, or it's a drain, or it's elusives. Otherwise we're probably okay. I think we are okay. I guess I could slam the big boy over a 2-1, but again, I just need 1 unit to hit, and they're not a Rise player, so hypothetically, they're not gonna have 3 Steel Tempests, 1 of which is free, and 2 Unworthy Souls. Hypothetically, they're not gonna have that, and they distinctly do not have that. Why not replace one of the rats? Replacing the rat only helps if they have a drain. Otherwise, it's kind of irrelevant whether or not I replace the rat, because if they can't fuck with the HP, then it's a unit to face, and all I needed was one unit to face. So I didn't really see the point in dropping down mana. I think holding mana was a bigger threat than having a 5/5 at that point. But we did finally get the win on that. Moving along here to Scorpy's second submission. And then to update everybody on the queue, we've got Nowhere to Be Found and Queen afterwards with a 1v1 request. Have you tried working as an esports commentary? Strike me as an expert. Blind Mango. I have actually hosted a couple tournaments, and we're hosting another one around Easter weekend. So I've done a little bit. I also casted for the Mystic Shot like many months ago, like half a year ago. But right now I'm just doing my own tournament hosting primarily. Also, good luck with the GP game. Let's import the second one. We're looking at some Jarvan shit. Scorpy, Demacia, Shadow Isles. I'm just gonna call it Jarvan. That's not how you spell Jarvan, but it's too late. It's too late. He's a Jarvan now. That's his name. Take a quick look at the DMs. One sec. Okay, blocking Badger Bear is a card that I've actually refused to cast or to craft because I feel like I haven't needed it. Oh, is this just the Garen? Oh, I know Garen. No, it's a different. Garen Quinn Jarvan. No, this is, I think, one of the versions that was running around quite a bit, actually. I did actually have a hankering to play some elites, not gonna lie. So I can finally live out my degenerate dreams and just have battlesmiths and big boys. Vaults of Helia is in here, though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this doesn't work on summon anymore. This is not on summon actually anymore. So that's not going to work with Helia. Bannerman will. Garen, Quinn, Cythria, Rekindler into into one of these. Because we hopefully can just get Matron onto Cythria from hand. Also, thank you for the DMs. It does look pretty tasty. If you're playing on Europe server, you can't challenge me. No, unfortunately not. It's like America server, EU, and then SEA, if I'm remembering. I think that's too specific. But yeah, I think there's 3 regions and there's no crossplay. Yeah, Glass is the one who cooks. I don't like cooking. I should like cooking. I don't, and it will take me probably many years before that changes. Let's try this Helia deck though. Let's try it. Yeah, it does kind of suck. I heard someone at some point a long time ago told me that they used to have cross shard play and then they removed it. So if they could bring that back one day, fantastic. I can finally play versus all the people that I know on other servers who aren't here on my server. Or I'm not on their server. This is like a Callista Bard, and I approve of the fact that you're playing Bard, because Bard is good and fun. What am I doing now? Elites are actually not bad. Maybe we hold elites? Because I can cast a Cythria on 2. Okay. I have curve, because that's literally how fucking Demacia works. Holy shit, this is kind of a great hand. I love sometimes how fucking like basic Demacia is of just like, hey, you want to curve out? Just draw. Just draw. You cook, but your kitchen is your deck collection? That is amazing. All right, let's get this going. Let's do our thing. Let's get Badger Bear out as a 5/5 on 3. What? Wait, why? Why is that allowed? Wait, why is that allowed? Every day Demacia is something new! Every day Demacia throws something new and exciting at you. I'm gonna have a swole fucking Garen in a second. Yeah, fuck off! Yeah, fuck off with that Callista, holy shit. That's so bad! Why? Why is it a 3 mana 5/5? Demacia's curve is as steady as the first degree equation. It's a very, it's like a perfect linear regression, isn't it? Just totally fucking perfect. This feels illegal. It feels illegal to cast another one and then to cast a Cythria after. This feels wrong. I mean, I was gonna go for the Battlesmith Cythria here to get a 7/7 Garen, but at this point I have 2 5/5s and they have one whole Callista, so we might be okay. Why is this? Why? Oh god. I mean, we're just gonna go and hit with everything we got and then hope that our Garen can do the rest of the job, which it should be able to. I wonder if Azar here, our opponent's name, I wonder if Azar ever plays Azir. That's a lot of things. That is a Callista level, not gonna lie. I actually kind of like that. That's fucking great. We still have a lot of things to do though, or we could just wait for those to die. We can push a little bit of damage. We should just end up yeeting into the Callista, though they're pretty unlikely to actually accept us yeeting into the Callista. It's not going to summon anything particularly terrible, honestly. And everything trades with the 2/1, so I think we go with everything except Battlesmith and then just slap the bigger Garen. Yeah, because if they take more than that, they're kind of screwed a little bit. Yeah, the 5/6. I mean, it's annoying for sure, but they're still letting a 3/3 through and we've got wiped their board. Oh, they're gonna Mark of the Isles into that. Okay, so they trade with the 4/4. That's kind of okay. I mean, we still have our 5/5 boys. And soon to be a champion, our Jarvan. I always called him Jargon because it's because Garen, and that's not right. Sorry, Demacia folks. Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to completely fuck up your name, even though I just did. Let's go with the Garoon. Yeah, we'll just go with the Garoon. I mean, the chime is pretty boring, but okay. Jargon, it's official. No. No, not the Jargon deck. Here's the Garoon. Look at his, he's a Garoon. He's so good. That's an Endless Devout. Yeah, I hate it when a hero is Endless Devout, because sometimes it'll just do that, and it's just like, why do you get a good 3/3? That's rude. It's rude of you to have that. I don't have mana for Judgment, which is unfortunately tragic. I also don't have room for the Silverwing Vanguards, which also kind of sucks, but hopefully we can just kind of do this for now. Prince of Demaglio? Oh no! It is a bit of Prince of Demaglio scenario, isn't it though? That's a Vengeance, as we kind of expected, which means I am just gonna play around the other elusives that are about to be happening. So they're gonna have Sarcophagi, which is like not the worst thing ever. Yeah, let's just go Battlesmith, Ramhound, Garen, I think. And then just kind of chug along here. That's a 3/3 already, and it doesn't even have its fucking buff, which is disgusting. That's just disgusting. There's a single combat as well. Oh my god, my Garen's looking tasty. My Garen's looking tasty. I do need to block with probably one of my doggos. Let's block with the doggo that has yet to receive its upgrade. And then I think we're just still kind of chilling. I don't really care about that, to be honest. I don't want to take 8 damage, to be sure. But I can still get a 7/7 and a 6/6. Down to a 5/5, of course, on the next turn, but otherwise we're doing pretty all right. That's the Medules. In the name of you not having things, I'm just gonna hit with the Garen, though, and then go for lethal. Why not block the Callista? Why not block the Callista? Oh! Yeah! Because it doesn't matter, and I keep forgetting how Callista works. At least in this scenario, I don't think it particularly matters. Oh, it does a little bit. It does a little bit. Not humongously, though. Not as much as they'd probably like it to. +1/+1. We have a decent shot of hitting Allegiance, and then we're going to hit Vaults of Helia, so we're going to lose this exchange. They don't have Ruination. The 2/2s trade into everything except the 4/6, so does everything else, because it's 5. But I think let's go with the Risk of Bannerman. What not to do? Educational, exactly. Let's play it off like that. Now we have 6 power units, which I feel a little bit better about, actually. And then Garen is still chilling. If he gets Vengeance, that's down to 2 mana, so we still have a pretty powerful board with which to swing in here. My chickens are just kind of hanging around. They become pretty swole later. That's a 6/9, am I remembering correctly? Is that a 6/9 bard? Yo, it's a 6-fucking-9 bard. Amazing. I don't really care. We don't have Jarvan, unfortunately, which sucks, but we do have an open attack for sure. They need to block other stuff. That's a trade. That's excellent. They need to block with a bard. They have a 5/3 incoming, which is not the worst. Oh, also they're dead if they don't block the 6/6 there, which leaves me with another buff unit to just kind of hang out. So yeah, right now we are just kind of hanging out. We're hanging out right now. 9, yeah, I mean, they don't have elusives unless they're running Esmus. Unless they have it as Moosey that's like fucking 20 power by this point. Yeah, I think that's a great way of thinking about it. Whenever I fuck up, it's just a do as I am not doing. I may also be saying the wrong thing, so it's not even a do as I say, not as I do. It's just a don't do what I'm doing. There's a big cursed keeper. I don't care. I don't care. I'm also gonna rally, because yay, Garen is fair and balanced. That is actually a board that can almost argue with my stuff. It's also a board that's gonna die to a single thing hitting it in the face. They could drain the 6/1. They can kill the Garen. They could Ruination, which would leave them with an Abomination, which is also like not the biggest of our problems at all. I think it's just a Bannerman and hope. If they open swing, that would be a very weird decision, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Garen's a big boy. Garen's a good chonky boy. Her teachings are law. No, my teachings are distinctly not law. Do not look at my teachings as law here, please. I could open. I'm gonna risk a Bannerman. We'll see if that's actually the right decision, because it might not have been. Suella! Thank you for the challenge request. I am writing that down now. Appreciate it. Copying you in now. You are up after Queen with a 1v1 here. So we've got a couple of games coming up. And I am going to just do the thing that we call swinging for face for 26 damage. Holy shit. We didn't even find Vaults of Helia, which is unfortunate, because I would have liked to have seen how it synergizes a little bit with Demacia, because we saw a different Vaults of Helia deck that was a little bit more traditional Kindred Nasus, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Nasus Vaults of Helia deck, which obviously this is not. But that would have been interesting to look at. If they have a Vengeance, they'll die. If they have a Vengeance in the Drain, they still die. And they have left the game. Victory! Yeah. Elites fucking curve out. What the shit? Okay, moving along. Everybody's at 3 except for Garen, who has squeaked by a little bit more mastery. That makes sense? He came in the game earlier. All right, moving on with submissions. We've got Nowhere to Be Found. Also, Scorpy, thank you for sending in both decks. Actually had a lot of fun with both of them. They felt like a little bit returning to classics, which is kind of great. It was the 3-mana 5/5 that broke their will to fight. Yeah, even as I was casting and I felt a little bit scummy, you know? And I felt a little bit like, wow, that's not quite, it's unfair. Badgerberry was already unfair, and everybody was looking at it when it was released as like, do we need to give Demacia this? And I don't think we needed to, and I think that was a great example of why we don't need to sometimes. This is Nowhere. This is, oh, you gave me a little description of this. But I think I lost it in the chat already. So we're just gonna call this Portals Away and see what we have here. It's Look, Glass, it's the Nora you were trying to tell me to play earlier that I completely ignored you for. Acorn. Oh, yes, Acorn. Fuck yeah. Right. Acorn, stress testing, Teemo. Oh, and the treasure trash. There's a stress testing and there's a treasure trash in here. Teemo is on an Urchin, Boot Map, Boon Junk, Constrict, Mr. Shot, Nora, Pokestick, Rummage, Time Trick, Get Excited, Tea Maker, Evil Imperfectionist, and Treasured Trash. So we are going to treasure trash our shit and then hopefully unfleeting them so that we have them for free. We just have the cards. Stress and treasure with Acorn. Fuck yeah, let's go. Hopefully our opponents will be amazed by what we find, and hopefully we don't find what would be an awkward card. Children of the Forest is a card that I don't really think I've ever actually cast with a purpose. Because the problem is that it also takes your opponent's things that you've recalled, and that's just a roll of the dice. It would be fun to try and make that an actual, like, constructed thing, but it'd be difficult. You have 50 cents to contribute towards the Pants Fund. Zelnath, first of all, hello and welcome. Second of all, we could make him a tiny loincloth, I think, you know? That is not a criticism of Pantheon size. I'm just saying, you know, we could buy a little loincloth for him, get some string, wrap it around his ass. I mean, he already kind of has a loincloth, so maybe it's just like, maybe it's like part of the thigh. It's like a sexy thigh thing that's going on, you know? Someone also suggested that we just pay for the Pantheon to remove his pants, like the little pants that he has, or the little clothing that he has, which is also a valid strategy. So I guess you could pick. You could just buy him a bag of Twizzlers and tie them together. Also a fantastic plan. Plus, then it's edible. It's edible. It's fun for all of the aspects. Aspect of war. Go eat this man's pants. I'm sure you want to. We are looking at damage, unfortunately, from these guys. Biodegradable! We're thinking about the environment, truly. I wish I could have summoned that before I fucking took damage, but I didn't. So let's just cast a Junk Construct and get blasted by a Shock Blast right now, because they're gonna kill both my champions, and we're gonna be sad. Yep! I fucking knew it! I hate it, but I knew it also. This was a horrible matchup. This is kind of a horrible matchup. Pantheon. Pantheons indeed. What a wholesome community. I mean, the most wholesome. The most wholesome ever. Yeah, I should have also tried to mulligan a bit for treasure trash and other things, and I mulliganed for the low cost because I wanted to actually be able to cast something. That was probably wrong. Not gonna lie, but at least we're getting some portals out that are actually kind of unlikely to let me survive until I need to, but we'll see. There's a rummage. I might actually rummage some stuff here soon. Yeah, Nora is dead. That's dead. I get portals. I actually don't necessarily know if I want to time trick to shuffle here. That might be kind of unfortunate. I'm just gonna discard. I'm actually gonna discard the units to see what we can find. That's a Junk Construct. We find a portal. We find Broadwing. We find Tiari. We find the treasure trash. Fuck yeah. This is actually hilarious. So Tiari makes this a 0/5 formidable, which means I might actually be able to kill the Jace if they don't have a spell right now to deal with the burb. We know treasure trash will give us Otacon. Yo, fucking Otacon. There's a card I want to please see played more, honestly. I'm gonna kill the Jace if I can. I really would love to do that. Okay, so the Lex is trading. I'm actually surprised a little bit. There's a back-to-back! Oh, no. Oh, I forgot they run that card all the time. No, stop. Stop! Hex technology is dumb and stupid. You don't want to run that shit. It's a pile of garbage. Oh, for the testing treasure trash, we do actually need more stuff, don't we? We need 11 mana to be able to remove it from this. Sir Gustus, hello. Virtual paper card community. That is what we are, isn't it? Welcome back. Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna find some portals. We found inferior badger bear, which kind of sucks. I did find a kill for the Jace, though. I found the mystic shot. I found it. He's dead anyway. The bird did its job. Yo, I fucking love Otacon. I've tried to make Otacon work, and every single time it got stunned, it got destroyed, it got recalled, it got removed, and I was just like, why? I've managed to cast Catastrophe, but you won't let me have Otacon? Why? I want the big scary boy to be usable. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. Well, I mean, there's a chance I survive. There's an actual possibility that I live for a whole 2 seconds until they cast a spell and then deal 4 damage directly to my face hole. Here we go. Do I wait until the next turn or do I just kind of rip the treasure trash now? Because if I play out my hand, I'll have fewer things in hand. But to be fair, I can also only play 3 things from the treasure trash. I'm also really worried that they're just going to kill me next turn, so I'm going to go with it now and see what we can find here. They don't have counter spells, so they need to kill me if they can. That's an unyielding spirit. That's whatever. That only does 4 damage right now. I potentially have a lot of value. Do I have good value? I have a fucking goddamn shellfolk. Okay, what am I doing? I unfortunately found some fumes too late because it would have actually removed the Lux there. We're gonna accept that. We're gonna accept our fate. I could just get rid of the Lux and undo their work. Let's do that. Let's put that Lux back and away from us. Thank you. Bye-bye. Getting around that unyielding spirit, it's no longer can't die. It's just kind of there. I have very few options. I think we want to cast Wuju and Shellfolk though, for the fun of it. Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, Shellfolk is gonna be hilarious regardless. This also just gives me something. That's another fucking treasure trash, which is pretty good. I'll take it, actually. All of my cards can no longer be cast because I can only cast so many in a turn. Bye, cards! Bye! But man, we got rid of the Lux, so I'm kind of actually happy. There's an Acorn. There's a Duran Sculptor. I'm finding a lot of Demacia. Apparently finding Demacia once was enough for the game to be like, hey, you want even more Demacia? Would you like a dose of Demacia on top of your Demacia? I also have a 1/2 Acorn because of Duran Sculptor, which is still just kind of the funniest thing I've ever seen. I wasn't casting it anyway, but at least we can discount it this turn. To potentially rip out some bangers on the following. I'm gonna, once again, I think just play out my hand here to get more room for things. That's a Mystic Shot. I can Mystic Shot myself, which I will do if they threaten lethal, but... Oh, please, 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 I just want one more cast. Look, it's 9 mana! Look, it's a 9 mana! I'm so dead! I'm so dead! Oh, I am so dead. Oh god. Okay, well, I get to cast it at least. I did ask to cast it, and I am getting my wish. Treasure trash, find me a fast speed heal or a burst speed heal. Star shaping right now. Star shaping, I believe. We find none of those things. We find none of those things. Or did we why did we find 2 mushroom rings? What is the probability of getting 2 mushroom rings out of that? Pretty astronomically low, I want to say, which is kind of funny. We get healing from trash, slow speed healing. Oh no. If only my trash could heal me. Then me being a dumpster fire would be less of a problem, because then I could just heal myself. Bye! I'm gonna take myself out right now. Yay! GG. I'm gonna try this again. Okay, we actually put up a pretty decent fight though. That gruesome theater was hilarious. That gruesome theater had us in its thoughts. It was just like, you know, we can go a little bit out of our way to help out this person. Wasn't enough, but it's okay. The fact that some fumes would have killed her was really what kind of got my goat though. It was so close and yet so far. We won the mental battle. We terrorized them so good. That we actually were able to do something with it. I'm gonna mulligan for treasure trash. We find the junk construct again, which is okay, and we do have get excited, which means we'll be able to kill a Nora or a Caitlyn, depending on which happens first. It's gonna be Nora probably, but at least we have the Acorn to stave it off. If we need to. And we fucking find treasure trash as the top deck. Acorn, you're about to do great things, unless you die right here, right now. That's unfortunate. No! I had a whole plan! Oh, the Pentatux, I had a plan! Why you gotta disrespect my plan? If you pass here, I'll accept the open pass, actually, to bank some mana. Don't have Nora, don't have Nora, don't have Nora. I'm glad you like the lights. I got them a long time ago, and they've been really solid. They make the stream feel a little bit more fun. And when I sit down in front of my computer to stream, it just makes it feel like I'm doing a show a little bit more, which I am, but extra so. Look at me, I have a dude. It makes tea, I think, or at least he's a tea enthusiast. Oh, you don't have anything? You don't have a Caitlyn and you don't have a Nora? I don't believe you. I don't believe that you have nothing. But I guess I kind of have to, considering you're just open passing away. Eh? That is like, oh, concurrent Nora Caitlyn. I've seen this before once or twice. Nora concurrent. Shit, it's annoying, and I'm kind of scared of it, but hopefully we can just go above it. I mean, if they're summoning random stuff, we'll just summon more random stuff back at them. Hopefully we can find that stress testing this time. I would actually like to top deck that, because we are hopefully going to be able to bank enough mana. We're 3 turns away from treasure trash with no stress testing right now. We are potentially approaching, I mean, that means we need 4 turns until we can do the whole combo, but we don't have the combo, so if I don't find it, I don't find it. We have 6 mana. I have a Teemo. They have a Conchologist. We're gonna ignore them. I blocked the 3-2 or the 2-1 because the 2-1's permanent. I think we blocked the 3-2 just to save ourselves a little bit of damage, unless that becomes a monster, which it can. And I mean, it's 2 mana. It might be a threat. We'll see. We could also time trick into a Teemo and still have mana for 1 discard and then hope that we can bank more later. That is a goat. We're probably just gonna kill goat. If they don't summon anything else, it's time trick and still save or get excited for something else. Oh, you don't play much Caitlyn very much at all, actually. I mean, you play a little bit, but, and also a little bit of Nora, but not a ton of Nora. Okay. All right. Hi. Now let's kill the goat. I'll ignore the guy that can't block for a hot minute. Yeah. Oh, I should have predicted before the fucking portal got planted. I'm a moron. I ran into this issue last time and I did the exact same thing all over again. I should have predicted before the portal got planted. I'm so used to just planting traps that I forget that the boons also have a mechanic that I have to think about as well. Or I'm gonna predict anyway to see if we can find something here. Teamaker, okay, that's all right. Pokestick comes down. I think Teamaker goes out. They could Pokestick it again. They've used a group shot, they've used a Pokestick, and they've cast concurrent timeline so far. So it's not horrible. Hey, Moth Lady. Come on, Trash. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. 5 mana, 4 units. Let's go with the 3-1 here. Be a bit of an expensive removal if they used it on the 3-1. Yeah, I don't think they would. Didn't we want stress testing? Oh, yeah, we wanted stress testing. I have the Zonite Urchin and I have Rummage, so I thought the unit just for blockers or potential blockers versus their oncoming storm of Bandle concurrent nonsense was gonna be more helpful. Definitely an argument that I should have kept or should have just rejected the predict to find that. That's actually kind of terrifying, and I don't like it. No, I don't want you giving Nora and Caitlyn random keywords. That's kind of bad. No, thank you. Hopefully we can just chuck that in the bin. Yay! They might give that the 3-2 overwhelm now, but that's gonna be only 4, which might be okay. They're getting 2 portals in there. They find 1. It is a Sump Dredger, which is kind of a powerful. It's a bit of a stonk. Please have fewer stonks. We find Junk Construct, which I'd love to be able to cast as a blocker. Please? I'll get excited on the rummage if I need to, because that does give us just a full hand off of treasured trash, which is better generation for us, I think. We are unfortunately witnessing Risu the Stormcloud come down, which is fucking horrifying. I have never seen Risu this much in a meta! Ah, Jesus! That's a big dwagon. Ah, no. I found value. No, not value! Ah, garbage! Yeah, Screechy Dragon is pretty good. Oh, dear. Actually, okay, to be fair, Screechy Dragon is an excellent RNG thing to make. It's not actually, I dare say, as good as a regular card. Let me not take a horrific amount of Risu fucking storm damage. Storm Cloud, not Risu damage, I suppose. But Risu's fucking in there. Risu's in there. I've never looked at the full art of this before. That's a pretty cool monster it's fighting over there. Okay, well, hopefully they don't have Puzzling Signpost. If they have Puzzling Signpost, I think we just kind of cry. Please don't have the counter spell. Or the recall counter. The counter call. Counter call, that's the name for it. Hello? Okay, thank you. Now that's an acorn and a portal! It's just an elusive portal. That's pretty alright. Now, we're gonna not get countered. Right? Right? We're not gonna get countered? Please. Please. Look, you're gonna make Flufferton sad if you have a counter spell. Thank you for not having it. What do we get? We once again get Gruesome Theater, Crowd Pleaser, Retired Reckoner, Exhaust, Hunting Fleet, Bomber Twins, Ember Monk, Parts Made Whole, and Vakaran Safecracker. What the fuck am I doing? Narwhal is a 2/3 with Elusive. I don't actually want to feed that to the dragon, but I would actually like to take the dragon. So we might be able to take the dragon with the big unit here, or even a smaller one with enough power. So that, I think, is, that might work. I could actually Reckoner onto a bunch of my spells right now, target it, and give it a bunch of Overwhelm. That's kind of memey. But I don't hate it, actually. I don't hate that, actually. Let's see. There's an elusive. Oh yeah, the more I summon units, the more that also does things. I mean, I could potentially argue with the Narwhal. The Narwhal is not an impossible situation, which means I could actually cast the ship thing and then get the Crowd Pleaser, because I still have some more cards to cast. Draw. Oh, the Parts Made Whole. Fakar can give less power to make sure the boat survives. That's also true. But the thing is, I need to give it vulnerable if I'm going to take it out. Also, they found a fucking storm cloud. Recalling it is interesting, but they're just going to resummon it. Parts Made Whole would be our second cast if I do this. We could definitely dump things like Bomber Twins and Ember Monk and see what we can find. I'm still kind of tempted to go with my original idea and then just pull the Narwhal with our elusive and then go with the big 6/6 boy. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to keeping it alive, but I'm also kind of inclined to just murder it. I would also like to just murder, because we can put the Reckoner into the... Oh, no, no. Oh, but it doesn't target itself, right? Because we use the Crowd Pleaser on it. Yeah, because we can't hit the dragon unless I use the 6/6. Let's use the 6/6 then, I think, and then just go from there. Okay, you give me that. You give me this. The 2/6 is just going to exist for a hot minute, and then no stress testing, so we do lose all of this. We have one lone acorn up against the world. And they also found Vakaran Bruiser. Well, I'm faffing about worrying about my Vakaran Safecracker. They've got a Vakaran Bruiser. Oh, God. Yeah, that's fine. Bye, dragon. Bye, Narwhal. Yeah. Getting that stress testing would have been really helpful here, because there's a couple of cards that I would have actually liked to have used. But, so be it. Gem is there, Fish-a-Whack is around. They could put the Fish-a-Whack on the Stormcloud, would just be so much damage. A 9/3 with 3 impact? Good lord, no. My useful cards. Finding a portal is, oh god. Finding a time trick for us. Yeah. There's 2 portals in there, but I have shuffled at least once, so one of those portals is actually on the bottom or in the middle somewhere. I think we shuffle anyway to see if we can't find something. So if I can treasure trash next turn, that's technically an option. Risu does 3 damage. We have to block that. That is unfortunately taking out something. Banana Blaster is an odd one. Zon Bouncer is dealing 5 because it transformed. Oh boy! Yeah, Banana Blaster is a fun fucking card, I gotta say. That's some good shit. Zonite, Nora, Pokey Stick. Nothing is pokeable. Nora cannot really be used. We have the Acorn to just cast as a blocker, even though we would like it to actually not have to die here. I don't think we're dead. Though that overwhelm on the Risu is still fucking terrifying. But we don't really have a way of countering that anyway. I'm not super enthused about any of these options, so we top deck a Nora regardless. Okay, so we found the Nora anyway. Yeah, I think we would have needed... what would we would have needed? Minimorph? No, Minimorph also wouldn't have ended this scenario. Minimorph wouldn't have worked. Stun would have been helpful. So Wallop or Cosmic... No, more like Wallop. Wallop would have been useful, potentially. We don't have access to Castigate. I mean, the other thing that would have been useful is if we had just found more things off of Treasure Trash. Like Ruination. But that's okay. That's the Treasure Trash doing its thing. Yeah, wait, what are you doing again? Round start, refill 2 if you've triggered flow. They are definitely, I think, triggering... No, they're not triggering flow yet. This is their first Mystic Shot. What's my favorite region? Oh. Okay, so as like a pure like world building standpoint, P and Z. As a card art and effect standpoint, honestly, probably Targon. I really like healing, and I really like just summoning big things. But I think I put P and Z into my decks the most. Also, we are dead, so that's a GG. Let's try that one more time. Oh god. Risu hurt. Let's just so many good things.
Wonder how much this is worth.
Oh yeah, and they get the lucky find too. So even if they hadn't had, if they had a champion, then they would have also just been able to protect it like crazy. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's try this one more time, and then we've got our couple of 1v1 requests coming up here. Just a warning to those who requested a 1v1. We are probably definitely going to be playing some sand punching decks. Oh my god, we're gonna hold this hand because it's beautiful. Got even better, actually. You like Targon but doesn't have many good archetypes? That's fair. That's just straight up true. I wish Targon was stronger. It is, sometimes it feels a little like Freljord, like it has good tech cards sprinkled in there, but it also just doesn't hold its own as a region necessarily as well, which is frustrating. But yeah, I think if I had to pick, though, I mean, you see my Teemo and my Caitlyn Mastery. It's probably top gun to my head, P&Z for sure. The P&Z gun to my head, it's P&Z. Victor's in there. I can't resist the robot boy. Please let me discount Treasure Trash once. I just need it once. I just want it once with the stress testing. Please be AFK. Please be completely AFK. Flufferton, what do you think here? What do you think, Flufferton? If Targon was good, Celestials would be oppressive. Yeah, but I'm okay with that type of meta. I'm okay with the Celestials oppression. There's a buried armory. Oh god, +4/+4 to Renekton is kind of terrifying. I don't like it. I don't want it. Leave me alone. Oh, we might actually be able to Imperfectionist a discounted version pretty soon. If they do nothing, I'm gonna bank mana and then just keep hitting them with Acorn. Hopefully. They could have Make It Rain or something to try and wear down my board. They don't have Akshan, which is what I'm used to seeing with a Buried Armory. So that's at least something. We still got 2 turns to wait before the big thing. Before the big boy comes down. Down to 8. I could probably cast a Nora here. I'm gonna cast a Nora here actually to push elusives a little bit, so that we have the portals to produce blockers for something eventually. Let's see. We're gonna swing. We're gonna cast some Evil Imperfectionist when we can. Again, we have that beautiful, beautiful stress testing in hand, and it's so nice to just see it there. And it's so nice to see my treasure trash fucking discounting. That's the Chamber of Renewal. We're gonna die to Renekton. That's okay. Maybe I'll get one cast before they cast a Retification. Oh boy. Yeah, I think it's fine to make copies of the 8 cost trash. I mean, we're 1 away from being able to cast it, right? Straight up. There's a that's not actually a Renekton. I am amazed. You don't have Renekton yet? Holy shit, that's good. Holy shit, that's nice. Make the copies. Look at my 4/4. There's another Bakai. They didn't predict into the champion? I guess if they didn't find the champion, it makes sense, but still, that's kind of wild. You triggered to eat your words come the meta, but he'd love to go to Asol deck. You love playing him. Asol has some of the best voice lines, and also one of the best voices, if you ask me. It's fantastic. I love it a lot. Yeah, ooh, do I wait for the stress testing? No, we open attack, discount treasure trash, and then cast trash stress testing and hope that our hand is not too full for us to give us value. I think that's what we do. Don't kill my acorn. It is an acorn. We got the 7 mana trash and the stress testing. There's a Renekton. You don't have a fucking counter spell. Let's go. We are unfortunately not getting as many cards as we would like, but that's okay because I can make them permanent. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully I'm not just eating. Recall or something? Yo! Sacred Protector, Bull El Nuke. Oh my god, beautiful. This is beautiful. I need to make sure that I actually cast the stress testing first so that I don't lose the fact that I can only cast 3 a turn. So these are all permanent. I mean, a Sacred Protector is an 8/6. That's a Spell Shield Renekton, but this is also an 8/6. So, I mean, I could also wait until the next... Let's wait until the next turn, because the barrier will be better later. Priestess of Daughter's Light doesn't work. Moonsilver means that this stress testing is actually cheaper as well. We can cast our Bull El Nuke for a blocker. Let's cast Bull El Nuke for blocks. Look at my Bull El Nuke. He's so bull. He's got the horns. Stubborn old grouch. That's gonna be me in 20 years. It's just like, I'm gonna sit in my patch of land and I'm not gonna go anywhere. You get, what do you get? You get, things. You get things, sir. I don't like it when you get things. Let's give Barrier. I also have a Mark of the Isles, which is actually kind of fucking funny. Don't draw a Shen because there are no Shens quite very sadly. I lack Shenning abilities. That's a lot of damage! That's a lot of damage! I don't like how much damage that is doing to my face. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not completely fucking die. And then we'll just level the Renekton casually. Oh no! This deck is my dream. Okay, to be fair, it's also working out like astonishingly well. You know, like I'm surprised at how well this is going. Let's discount our trash. I'm not gonna cast it this turn. Actually, do I cast it this turn? I think I'm gonna cast it next turn anyway. I think I'm gonna play out my hand here and then just try it next turn. Because I don't think I actually humongously benefit from doing it now with the size of my hand right currently. I'm actually tempted to drop Trifecta, but I think that's the worst option. I think that's the worst option. Pokestick gets rid of a thing with 1 HP. I could also just Pokestick here and then see what we find. Because I definitely have... let's Pokestick Renekton to get the spell shield off in the case that we find something fucking amazing. In the case that we find an Amazeballs play that can get rid of him. I could also try to invoke something, but let's pass first. There's another treasured trash, actually. It's not affordable. It's not affordable. I trash here. Trashing here is the Yeetus play of I think the Renekton cannot kill me. Celestial Trifecta is the one that might give me a removal spell for Renekton with 9 mana available. I think that's actually correct. Moonsilver. Stun is nice if they let me do it. Meteor Shower is unfortunately not enough, but there's a Golden Sisters for healing potentially. Oh, but I have no room for it. Let's take a Meteor Shower for ping. At least we don't have to worry about other stuff. 3 or less power applies to everything except goddamn Renekton. Oh no. Ah, dear God. It gets rid of everything except him. If I open attack and he blocks the 8 power unit, that means we still have 4, 10. Oh, if they don't have other stuff, but they do have that Waking Sands, I can't actually swing for lethal because the Sacred Protector is the biggest thing or the highest power. If they have Quicksand, if they have even like Scrying Sands, if they cast the Waking Sands, we actually lose. We just straight up lose because we can't get the... because we won't be able to go around enough, unfortunately. Also, Oskanal, thank you for the follow. That is, unfortunately, saving their ass a little bit, which sucks. Is that Sunny's Bomba? Wait, what? I am not quite sure. I just know that I was handed a Treasure Trash deck, and we are currently watching Renekton, be a chunk. Like, be a real fucking aggressive ass piece of shit chunk. I think I want to get rid of this. No, it doesn't matter because he will always gain the 3/3/3. So we're looking at a 15-10. Oh god. No, we're looking at a 15-10 and they're definitely not gonna let me stun anything. The enemy Renekton deck? Oh! Quite possibly, I imagine. I go with attack anyway. I'm never gonna be able to interact with the Renekton, so we're just gonna swing out anyway. We're just gonna try. Down to 4. Okay, they didn't want to risk 4, which is fair. They get +3. Oh, it's a 14. It's 14, not 15. I think I said 15 before. It's 14. It still is enough because I don't think we're going to be able to find a heal fast enough. I don't think we're going to be able to find a heal. I think I want them to cast that, but I don't think they're going to. Which sucks. That sucks. Cast it! Cast it! Yo, you cast something! Why did you cast anything? Literally, why did you cast anything? Wait, what? Wait, why? You can't summon random attackers, random free attacks, can you? Yeah, you kind of blew that one, sir. Ma'am, person. I could treasure trash again here. We would get 4 cards into hand. And they didn't counter my Crescent Strike, so let's do... 4 cards? I mean, I still have another one just kind of chilling in hand. So yeah, let's just throw it at them because we can probably open attack for lethal, hopefully. Hopefully we can do that. We do get a Make It Rain, we get an Event Horizon, we get Spirit Journey. And we have I have a bloody business. Oh, wait, that should, I think, kill Renekton here, if I am not hallucinating my damage. Oh, I also don't need to do that. I can just smack it. Yeah, we're just gonna try and smack it. Look for stress. I'm just gonna kill the Renekton. Here we go. And then they surrendered. I think the Diamond players are, as one myself right now, I think we're just kind of like done, you know? You know, Masters doesn't get you seasonals anymore. It's just kind of a rank. So why don't you just stick around in the second highest where people are just doing shit? Because I feel like, at least for me, Diamond has now become the doing shit rank. I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck. We actually got a pretty exciting win with this though. So you know what? Pretty decent. Prove it. Prove the memes. I mean, you see the stream, the memes happen all the time. We are a meme forward place. Okay. What am I doing? I took a drink and then I've lost my memory. We're doing 1v1 requests. So Queen, you are up now, and then Suella, we have your 1v1 as well. And then I think we are actually caught up. We'll have caught up on the submissions. You feel comfortable with Diamond rank, but D players emote and rage quit so much you'd rather be plat? You know, that's fair. I've actually found that normals players are the saltiest people on the goddamn earth when it comes to emotes. I was practicing some decks in normals for the CDS just to see how it felt in, like, hopefully a slightly less meta-intensive environment, and everybody emoted at me when I did anything. Like, I ran into like 5 people in a row who were just like, spam emote, Vitameter emote when they don't need to, Heimerdinger emotes off the ass, Z emotes randomly and in the middle of the game, and I was just like, also Gladius, yes you can. You can put basically whatever you would like in the deck request text option. So if you'd like to be like, hey, I'd like to see you run like Catastrophe with Judgment, like you can put that in there if you want. I do usually request a deck code, but there's no actual reason that it has to be a deck code, you know? Yeah, you can submit it now. Submissions usually work where I will take anything whenever, and then if I run out of time with it on the stream, I will just bump it to the next one. Okay, we're looking for, what do I want for this first match? I have so many good options. We could always do the communism deck. Out of the way, let it dice. Let's fucking do it. Scorpy sweeping in with a deck code to contradict me and turn me into a liar. We do definitely have a submission here now. Thank you, Scorpy. It has to be Ionia Damacy. You need Shyvana, Eye of the Dragon, and the 3/5 rally on summon if you have a dragon, and go get it. Okie dokie. The 3/5 rally on summon if you have a dragon. I don't actually remember the name of that card, so this is gonna be a little bit new for me. Queen, whenever you are ready, I am prepared. With my TF, who is definitely gonna see cards getting drawn. That is a classic fucking build. Ezreal Karma. Been a while since I've had to face that, but we'll manage. Hi, Zoe! Please survive, Zoe! Okay, we don't find anything that we need, but that's okay. We have 1 drops. It's fine. It'll be okay. I still think go with Zoe first. Zoe first into Crackshot into, I guess, Monkey Idol, potentially, or a Pale Cascade. Yeah, I'm finding my monkeys. I will get Plunder, but I need more than that. You can build it for me while I'm doing the matches. That works for me. I reserve the right to make many edits if needed, but yeah, sure. If you want a deck build, go for it. Do I hold here? I think I'm gonna do this. I'd like to hold my Zoe and potentially level my Zoe. This is 2 damage. It's a 1/1. Threatens the draw. I like threatening the draw. Feels good to put pressure on this monkey in particular. Sorry, monkey! That is a mystic shot. Straight up. Bye, Zoe. Good to know ya. I can bank here potentially and just wait for the TF. Unless some big target comes down that I would like to line him up for. But we don't actually have a ton of damage for that either. So I think it's just gonna be a pass into a TF draw. Reserved to edit your decks. You know, that's pretty fair actually. That's pretty fair. I'm gonna just draw here. Let's watch the TF get some value. We have a Bale Cascade if it tries to get Mystic Shot again. There goes the Abul. There's an out of the way. Okay, we found the first part of the combo. You reserve the right to try and force a Nora. You could also not and just like cease and desist. That's also an option. I'm gonna commit this Pale Cascade if we need to. It might also just hit face here, because this is what you do now. Apparently, you've decided you try to put Nora in in my decks. I was about to say everybody's deck. I promise that the mod will not edit your decks to put in Nora's. Right, Glass? Guard your mouse well. It's a. I don't. Why are you calling it a mouse now? First, whatever. It's okay. Look, I have a TF. It's fine. Everything will be fine. I don't have to think about Nora when I have a quick attack 2/2 with a gun. Because it's nice. It has a gun. Look at it. It has a gun. That is a little annoying for sure. We still get the damage in, but that is a bit of pressure actually with the 3/2 and all of the other units that are coming in right now. Black Market Merchant will be castable soon, but right now I think we're just going to do out of the way into a La Monkey. For the monkeyness. That was a word. Those were words that I attempted to say. Don't ask me questions. We're gonna cast out of the way and we're gonna top deck loaded dice. I'm calling it now. Oh, we're getting fucking denied. Oh no. That's fair and accurate. I understand why you're doing that. Okay, maybe I can find a loaded dice anyway? That's a Spacey Sketcher, unfortunately. Looks like maybe not. But let's just go with some damage. We can still steal a card. We will still be allowing the TF to observe some draw that happens. Come on, buddy, let's go. Let's level. A leveled TF is so satisfying. He just flings. He throws things at people. It's amazing. Let's go with the Black Market Merchant. And then once this dies, we'll resummon the new one. You think he named his companion like fucking appreciation, like fucking gratitude? only a separate thing. We do have a Shock Blast, which is an Ezreal killer if I've ever seen one. Do I want to discard something like a line 'em up for a card? I'm actually gonna pass the turn. I think we'll both have 4 mana. It's okay. A third Pale Cascade is maybe not necessarily what I need, however, so I'm a little bit more inclined to chuck one of those into the bin. There's the Serene Sky Singer! Oh boy, that's gonna be pain. That is indeed gonna be some pain. Let's rip this Shock Blast on the value units that aren't the 3/6 Sky Singer here. We have the 2/1 to block. It should still deal some damage even if they do heal. Boop. Bonk. Yeah! This is gonna be healing too. Yeah. Let's Spacey Sketcher some shit out here. Maybe it is the line 'em up or the Monkey Idol. I think actually maybe let's do the line 'em up because we can still draw off of the Pale Cascades, which will be good. 5 of 9. Yeah, I'm just gonna buff to see if I can't find something. That's a Make It Rain. Okay. I'll pass here. I think we'll pass there. Yours going up to 7. That's a Merchant. Okay, that works for me. Let's go with the 4/1 here. Karma's imminent. Karma's extremely imminent right now. Oh boy. 2 turns until Karma fucking beat down. Formula! Leaving 8 mana behind. Terrifying. Basian Disciple. These guys, I think we're just gonna try and push a little bit with. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and push with that. We have a make it rain to deal with the Vestian Disciple if it shouldn't happen, I think. There's some card that's being threatened here. Stun would be kind of sad, but we do have the make it rain to trigger that extra black market merchant, which is getting our TF to actually be leveled. We can probably level him this turn, which would be exciting for sure. Now we want the to trade with the Vestian, so we won't actually hit it anymore, I think. I mean, if it's a different block, we might be able to Pale Cascade into the Sky Singer. But right now, damage is just going. Perfect. Hit it. Smack it. Monkey business. Can't Monkey Idol without more room, though. You foresee the build gutted? Interesting. Let's go with this. Yeah, let's just go with this again. Hopefully we can snag something fun. Go TF! There's another Shock Blast! 1 mana Shock Blast! Oh, that's rude. Oh, that's rude. Because hear me out. We're just gonna, I think, try and wipe that off the face of the earth with the Make It Rain in a second. Yeah, and then we can just Pale Cascade to level TF here, which feels okay. Still no loaded dice, still no more out of the ways, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still pretty dominant until Karma happens, and then we're going to be significantly less dominant. Perhaps not dominant at all, but we'll find out. Yeah, sorry.
Hesitation's a tell.
Let's do maybe one of these. No, we're still just leveling TF. I still gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. My least favorite. Is that a counterspell? Is it a counterspell? It is a get excited. No. No. Oh, no. No. I am going to keep him alive if I have to do everything. Okay, early Pale Cascade to keep him healthy through the damage here. I'm actually gonna Pale Cascade him twice because we refill off of it and it will be a permanent... no, it won't be a permanent buff because the first out of the way got countered. So we just reduced the HP that he's taking. Unfortunately, we are witnessing everything just kind of going boom. Let's just hit face, I think. That's a very big stack. Kind of a couple wasted resources in there, but that's okay. That's okay. I probably should have stopped at the first Pale Cascade. At least he ripped the Mystic Shot out of our opponent's hand. Warning Shot coming in if we want that good damage. Yeah, we'll just pass. We'll play a Zoe. We'll start stacking again. We got another one somewhere. We do, actually. We do have another one in there somewhere. That's a 1 mana Deep Meditation. Not scary at all. That's another Vestian Disciple. I'm gonna try and parley that out of the way. No more draws. No more draws allowed. There is an Unworthy Soul. Very expensive cast for... Oh, just to recast it, honestly. That's okay. That's fine. I mean, let's just Zoe, I think, anyway. Honestly, at this point, we could trade the Zoe. 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 2. It's 11 damage plus Warning Shot, plus Monkey Business if the Zoe trades into the 1/1 here, or we somehow otherwise lose a body. We are losing a couple bodies for sure. Let's take that. Let's Warning Shot into Monkey Business. Boop. Boop. This will go away, so we can Monkey Idle to get more monkeys. So we can cycle the monkeys. That doesn't do a ton here. Let's do this. Boom. Open attack. That hits face. We get a new one. Oh, and something else over there that did actually get chunked. I might have forgotten about that one, but it's okay. Hopefully. If we run into a Karma here, I don't really have anything to discard, so we're gonna have to just wait. Our timer might be up. I might have not been able to eke out quite enough damage. Oh, right, because it's 2 monkeys off of the last spell that I cast. So I did kind of waste that, actually. Down to 2 HP, which means we have, I want to say, unfortunately lost, because the Ezreal and the Karma can just duplicate their way to victory. So we'll see what we can do, because double healing is now, of course, an option. Let's do a powder monkey and pray. That is a very pretty Karma, though. There's the, yep, there's a heal. There's the double heal. There's the double heal. And the double draw. So I think we have lost by by just 3 HP, which is a little crushing, but that's how the Karma do, so I guess to be expected. I didn't have quite enough interaction there. Loaded dice is finally getting cast, which means I can steal something at the end of the turn. Which is not the best, but it's something. I could also just discard it to try and find a celestial card. I think the loaded dice to steal something is actually potentially just more valuable ultimately in the end, but we're also just getting outvalued to hell. I think we've definitely lost here from here. If this is somehow not a win, something's wrong with the universe. Double Glorious Evolution definitely stings. That definitely stings a little bit. Can I get at least something off this monkey? I just want 1 monkey. Nope, 2 counter spells for free as well. Free counter spells. Lifesteal is coming down. The elusives might be able to kill me this turn, and I don't have anything else to discard to be able to pull an elusive off of the Celestial Invoke, which sucks. Ezreal is leveled somewhere. If the Ezreal is leveled and there's spells in hand, then we're definitely dead. Formula doesn't actually duplicate the refill, or the mana refill at least. So that's great. Only 7 cards left, and unfortunately I was correct about the Ezreal being in hand. So between the 2/4 and the 8/9, the 9 power units, I think we are in, yeah, we're just fucking dead. Damn, a difference of one turn actually just kind of really hurts. Ah, I was so close. So close. See, this is why Unworthy Soul needs a nerf. Every time I see Unworthy Soul, I think my blood pressure increases like 2%. We have definitely surpassed a 70% increase in my blood pressure because of that. The only thing that I can like marginally hope for is a deck out, but we're not gonna get decked out because that's also just enough to absolutely murder me. And there's no more draws happening. Oh, plus things are getting duplicated because the Karma's making copies of herself. Oh, damn, I needed the Vastians to go away. I needed the Vastians to die. And they didn't. Okay, well, our opponent's gonna be playing PNZ. I think I'm gonna bring my own PNZ this time. Let's bring this. Let's bring this. This is the new baby. Is it the new baby? Yeah, no, this is the new baby. I could bring the Shroom Shot. I don't think I actually want to bring the Shroom Shot. I think Shroom Shot's not gonna be as good. I deleted the one that was to protect Ava Achiever as well, which is kind of annoying. I think I should have kept that just for the meme value alone, but I didn't. Yeah. This one, I don't know what Queen is bringing, obviously, but this one has more, I want to say, utility, just because you can do different things with it depending on what your opponent is playing, because it has a lot of Celestial Invokes on top of just P&Z Pangs and removal. So I'm hoping I can utilize that one. Oh, I've seen this deck before. Zoe Euphelios. So the colors are actually kind of similar, which is funny. We're gonna hold, I think, let's hold 1 Victor and see what else we can top deck. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. We have a Ballistic Bot at least. I would like a Zoe top deck if we can. Probably not gonna find it. Unfortunately, we find the one of the Solari Sunforger that I have in here. Top decking all my one-ofs today. It feels great. Feels great. There's a Getting Touch. Actually, might be helpful. Let's just get bot ticking if we can. Unlikely that it's gonna get killed here. That 2-1 might get buffed, but unlikely the bot's gonna die immediately. Might get silenced. We're also finding all 2 of the back alley barkeeps that I have in here, which is awkward. I think it's still just a Victor, though. I just think it's just straight up upfront Victor first. Bot continues. Gemcrafter comes down. We're gonna play our boy, and we're gonna upgrade him, and we're gonna get things that are useful. Right, Victor? Right, Victor? We're gonna get elusive, we're gonna get spell shield, we're gonna get tough, we're gonna get regen, we're gonna get first quick attack. I almost said first attack. Wrong fucking game. We're gonna get some of this shit. I believe. We have Guiding Touch to heal us back to 16. 6 damage is enough for a sunburst, which I'm pretending isn't real. That's a deep meditation and not a sunburst. Progress! Okay, I should have somewhat of an ability to just cast these with impunity. Buffing Victoire. We are getting quick attack. That is one of the things that I said, Victor. Thank you for listening. We can, I think, can we go with him? Be a little bit risky to go with him here, despite everything. Let's give him a keyword first. Let's give him a keyword first. I would also like to find an out of the way before we get Sunforger out, because I think we would like to be able to argue with the units that are happening over there. It did get another keyword that I described, actually, the Victor here. 5 of 7 created cards already. 6-4 is very tempting to get Sunburst, though. That's like a pretty, I feel like that's a pretty high tier Sunburst target. If it's an open pass, I'm actually gonna take it. That might have been too much value lost because I have cards that I would like to be able to cast in hand. But for now, I'm gonna wait. We do have another Victor coming down potentially. Loping Telescope is pretty good. Back Alley Bar is a pretty good option. Guiding Touch heals, which means Sunburst is not available on Sunburst speed, but it might still be removal in general. There's a 3-2. That's elusive, or not elusive. That has the life steal. We're gonna just cast a Hex Core upgrade and live with our decision making here. We will be able to make him. Level soon. Let's try and kill this Zoe. We're taking damage for sure, but hopefully we can get around it. Recall is definitely a possibility here. Twin Disciplines is fine, but means there's no recall for the Victor, which is kind of something that I was worried about. We get the MK2. We're taking 4, which I don't love. For sure. Not a humongous fan of that. But I think we're still kind of okay. Let's formula here. There's a Death Ray. There's an Aloof Travelers. Let's get Ignition out. Let's level the Victor here. And then hope that we can get Spell Shield, because against Ionia, which I've been like slightly ignoring. I'm slightly ignoring the Ionia in favor of just like getting value here. It's probably gonna hurt. The fact that I'm ignoring it is probably gonna hurt. There's a Pale Cascade. They got chunked. Let's cast Aloof Travelers because we don't want them to have too much value here. Top decking a Victor again, dropping Concussive Palm, so the hand is pretty cheap actually. So we know that there's no big spells hypothetically, unless the Concussive Palm was competing with a Hoko or an Unworthy Soul. Oh, it should be no. It should be. I mean, it can be either. It can be either, to be honest. I don't have the Victor Recall or Resummon, which kind of sucks. There's the 3-mana Unworthy Soul. Let's get this out, because we will transform. We'll get one of the Victors back. Need him to high roll Spell Shield eventually, but we're not finding it. There's another Twin Disciplines to keep the Zoe alive. Which, to be fair, I'm not the most intimidated by. I'm annoyed, but I'm not the most worried about it. It's heading toward its level, but it's also kind of slow. It's also kind of slow. Let's get Loping Telescope out, and let's also start swinging with stuff, because we can trade with the 9-3 at this point. Scargrounds is an interesting card. Hey, fuck it. I'll take a Scargrounds. Let's Ignition here. Deal some more damage. Go with the 10-3. Could go with the 2 now because the gem crafters are annoying. The gem crafters kind of suck. That makes sense. Yeah, I keep referring to the guiding touch, but we also have the star shaping in hand, which will hopefully work. So they know that we have a Victor. They don't know we have a second Victor. So if it has to be Victor, that's what I'll do here. Deep meditation triggers, so gem crafter is buffing something. Oh yeah, the gem crafters, we don't know what they're buffing yet. They might have a small elusive in hand. Guiding touch is coming down. There's an 11/11 Aphelios. Never mind, it is not an elusive, it's just fucking Aphelios. We have blockers for that though, and my ballistic bot can also currently block it. So I think we just tank the Zoe and then ignition Vladimir. Not Vladimir, Victor. I read the V and for some reason Vladimir was the word that came out of my mouth. You're at 6. You're at 6. So rapidly becoming dangerous. Let's do this. Victor Scargrounds. Yeah. Probably should have actually considered. Forget that Ghost is a card. Yeah, but I refuse to play around Ghost. I fucking refuse to play around that. I'm not worried. I'm not gonna worry about it. Got tough this time, which is unfortunate with the Scargrounds here. Let's try and death ray that one more time. I need that Zoe to eventually die. There's a recall here, doesn't matter. If there's a buff, that's terrible, but there's no Pale Cascade. For sure. Okay, we finally get the Zoe. We finally get the Zoe. Actually, let's Flash of Brilliance because the Victor already has the tough. Oh, we get Hextech Anomaly, which is gonna pump out some interesting shit for sure. That is a Dawning Shadow. Okay, I mean, I'll try that. I'll try that on 11/11. I'll try that. We also get our Zoe here, but let's just commit this because I've already hovered it. I keep forgetting to not hover spells before I'm ready to commit them. We should have played the Zoe first, hypothetically, to bait it. But they knew something was happening to the Aphelios, so let's just go. Okay, Unworthing Soul cast on Aphelios, but not one of my units, which is progress, I gotta say. That feels like some progress. Yeah, it's a 3/3 Aphelios now, which is better than an 11/11 for sure. Healing's around. Let's cast our Zoe at the moment. Supergirl Star Chart has been discounted to 1. We have a pretty good open attack here into everything except the Aphelios, but the 2/2s bashing into Aphelios are like kind of irrelevant here. That is going to be dealing or summoning is something random. That's okay. That is a Blade Twirler, which actually might synergize, which is terrifying. We don't have they don't have Unworthy Soul Mana, so Victor should be able to freely do stuff here. Getting Impact. Okay. Tough is going to keep him safe from most things. Pretty much everything unless they somehow have a stun on the Blade Twirler. That's another summon a small dude. Okay. We're gonna do this. Can't really attack with the bot. He's just kind of doing his job at this point. Bot's just kind of doing his thing. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Let's deal some stuff. Hopefully we can Moonglow the Victor or some kind that way. Sky, hello and welcome back. How's it going? Okay, got that impact there. Let's do this. Let's go fucking Moonglow. Let's cast it on our Victoire. Sometimes I go for the Zoe, but I think the Victoire here is going to be better value. I want him to do stuff, okay? It's important. Let's also heal because we're enlightened, so we should have a lot of mana with which to do things. I also potentially just have a murder on Aphelios, which would be very funny and appreciated. Let's see. Yep, that's fine. Let's kill Aphelios if we can here. Buff our stuff, get a little bit of damage, put pressure on the champ. There's still other things that we need to be worried about, of course, but Nopify is, for now, manageable. It also can't really attack into the Victor, which is nice. I also do have Out of the Way and Judgment in here, but we're not top decking those, of course, this game. For some reason, we're not finding those at all. Sky, thank you for the video request. Boy meets girl, girl meets gum, girl falls in love with gum. Enjoy the classic. Oh, this was the gum versus unicorns that you're asking me about before, if I'm remembering right. I get to see the gum side of this now? Fantastic. That is a gravitum. Fuck you, Aphelios. I don't actually know if we're super worried because I have an 11-6 Victor though. Gemcrafter is still buffing something in hand, so we do have to think about that in general. But for now, we're gonna heal. We don't have an Obliterate, unfortunately. Let's take Immortal Fire. It's 7 because of the Victor, which sucks. Let's cast another Ignition here. Yeah, if a big elusive comes down, hopefully Guiding Touch is enough, but there have been a lot of fucking things cast. That's an 18-7. Not great, not catastrophically unblockable, which at this point is the thing that I give a shit about. Call the Wild. Oh no! Literally useless. Literally the most useless card that I could find. Okay. We're gonna block here. We're gonna block here. Do I care about the 3/3? No? I mean, I can put it in the front because we have more. I think we need to go with our lifesteal soon, but let's just do this. And then Guiding Touch, I think, on the Victor, if we need to. I mean, the heal is just +5. It's still an intimidating unit, but the healing is not the most... It's not the most prescient thing. That also doesn't kill him. I mean, the Victor is still living here, so I'm not entirely sure why that was committed. Did you misread the tough? I mean, yeah, the healing's annoying, but it's also not the end of the universe. There's a 7/10. Let's go with Scargrounds finally. I think that'll work. Let's go with... Yeah, Immortal Fire here is just going to be helpful in general. There's an MK. I definitely cannot kill the 18-7, but it's not elusive, which is like the biggest... The biggest thing right now, I think, is that it is not fucking elusive. Let's get Victor stuff going. I don't like that he's 1 HP right now, but hopefully we can get something out of it. The 18-7 is not getting Overwhelmed, which would be catastrophic because there's no Aphelios anymore, and the other champ can't grant it. Also, there's a Yi. We have yet to see the Spirit Blossom Yi, which, albeit, is pretty, so if we see it, I'm not going to be super fucking pissed about it. Do have a Death Rake too. I guess I should be maybe thinking about blocking it or killing a Gemcrafter at some point. But I don't hate watching it go because it's kind of fucking funny. There's a Pale Cascade. More stuff is getting buffed here. There's a third Gemcrafter. That's okay. We're just gonna cast Immortal Fire. Zoe's at 9 of 10. We should be able to just, I think, get her now. So let's just do that, I think. That is an Equinox. That is annoying, but understandable. That's annoying, but I'm actually going to heal my Nexus here. Let's just heal Nexus here and then summon the Zoe and get that Behold the Infinites going. Because our opponent is at 1 mana, so the Zoe should be able to function pretty okay here. Yeah, okay. So we lose Immortal Fire. That sucks. But we have a leveled Zoe, which sucks less. Arguably speaking. We don't have quick attack on the Victor yet, which otherwise would be kind of fantastic here. So let's just go with the 2/2. Yay, beholds! I love leveling Zoe. Leveling a Zoe is always a fun fucking time. Ooh. I want to take Supernova, but Scourge is Scourge is also just a good unit. So I don't, unfortunately, really behold anything. I mean, that counts as a Celestial, actually. It still has the keyword, even if it's silenced for its effect. Which means we might finally be able to get rid of that 18-7, which is just kind of annoying. Unless there's a counterspell. We have seen... Have you seen a Deny? I don't think we've seen a Deny yet, which puts me a little bit on edge about casting this, though... They had Deny, they would have tried to use it on the thing that killed the other buffed unit, but they used an Unworthy Soul on that, so we might be able to get something here. Oh, Infernum was still around. Okay. Yeah, do we survive that? Not... Let's see, that becomes a 20 power unit. So if we can block with the 6/5 and have the Pale Cascade in hand, we do currently still live, even if this gets like turbo countered, which it might get turbo countered here. We'll see. But yeah, between Pale Cascade and this having 5 HP, I think we do actually live because we're not super low at the moment. Then we can Hex Core. Hopefully, eventually he'll get regen. He got it last time. He got a very like ideal high roll last time, and we finally got rid of the big Divine Clerk, so we might actually have a shot at getting through with elusives and stuff here. That's a Yi. That's a very big Yi. Not gonna lie, it is a bit of an intimidating Yi. It's gonna get real close to fucking leveling like real fast, which is terrifying. I don't want to lose my Zoe to the Yi. Oh, we get lifesteal on the Victor, which is good. There's a slowly... Oh, Sonic Wave is gonna kill him. Oh, Sonic Wave's gonna kill him, unfortunately. Damn it! Okay, so we lose the good Victor to the Yi here. It's not leveled at least, but we are losing him. I mean, we're not dead to Overwhelm, and we still have the Zoe for Invokes, but that's annoying. Also, there can't be Sonic Waves forever, so hopefully we can pull that back. But yeah, this is kind of the end of the road for that Victor. We still have more. I don't think any of the Victors have actually died. I think I've been cycling them because they've all been recalled. So this is the first one to actually eat shit and die. That's a Wuju style. Is he gonna level? It's gonna be hard to get it to level. Yeah, that doesn't actually level it. Yep, here we go. I don't want to cast Call the Wild ever, which is just fucking annoying. Can I go with the Solari Sunforger? Potentially. So something in hand is worth buffing if they're not losing the burst speed spell.
A calm heart.
That's a 9/8. There's a Ferris Financier. Let's go with Back Alley Barkeep first. We get Unyielding Spirit. Oh, Unyielding Spirit is kind of fucking funny. Oh, I'd like to Unyielding my Zoe. Can we Unyielding the Zoe? We've used up so many recalls. Hopefully we can. It might fucking whiff. I hate Unworthy Soul so much. Worst card in the entire game. I hate it so much. Can it be nerfed? I actually think I hate Unworthy Soul more than I hate Rise. I hate it way more than I hate Rise at this point. Oh god. At least we have the fucking Zoe cast on everything. Oh, but Unworthy Soul is a fucking pain in my ass. It's so annoying. At least that actually hasn't leveled yet. So we don't have to face it killing my board immediately. That, I mean, it's lethal if I don't block, but luckily we can block something, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, Unworthy Soul fucking sucks ass. I fucking hate it. Oh, disgusting. Why does Ionia have that? I'm angrier at Unworthy Soul at this point than I am at fucking Loyal Badger Bear, which is just wrong. That shouldn't be how it works, honestly. Yeah, we need to fucking invoke. That's 13 mana. Does it actually get rid of the board? We have a Celestial. It is technically affordable. So if we don't get countered, this is actually gonna wipe the board. Oh, please. Oh, please don't have deny now. There have been so many things that we have cast and have not been denied for that I'm hoping that this one will sneak under the radar. Or at least it will be... It's just +1/+1, so that becomes a 16/14. So it's just barely potentially in reach, this Sky's Descent. Unless, well, no, once it's committed, it is fucking committed. So let's try this. It's death to everything on board. All the Unworthy Souls, I think, have been used by this point. And we do get the fucking Sky's Descent. Yes! Yes, the board is gone! Finally, I can reset some shit here. Gemcrafter's doing way too much work, and I did arguably wait too long to kill them. But now I have some breathing room for like 2 seconds. Except there's a 7-7 happening, but I got Alyssa, so I can go around. I can go around! And that doesn't have overwhelm. Okay, we're doing fine. It's another Yi, goddammit! Oh no. I'm gonna actually potentially just die to not having units. This is gonna strike the weakest here. Pursuit of Perfection has been top decked. If it's a slow speed spell, we're fine. Crescent Strike removes a couple of things here. Let's see what we can do. That might just be lethal because of this Crescent Strike fact. Let's do this. Oh, grow to 5. Strikes the weakest enemy. There are 2 things that are going to be stunned. Weakest is going to be the 2-1. If I grow this to 5, though, it will actually hit the Zoe. So I'm not actually sure if that's lethal. I don't think it's lethal if I grow the 2-1. If I grow something that isn't the things that are getting stunned. Because I still have an interaction to cast Sunforger. So that gives me 2 bodies, if I'm not mistaken. Because they're banking on the 6-5 killing the 2-1 that is remaining on the board. They can still fuck with the 2-1 that's the 5-1 that's on the board. But this is currently insurance. Because the weakest is still the 2-2 now. Right? Yeah, the weakest is still the Zoe. Weakest is still the Zoe here. We do have to block both. We have another Zoe. I haven't invoked to potentially find something, but unfortunately we've also kind of hit the point where I don't know if we can invoke it in a Celestial fast enough. Unless the Pursuit of Perfection actually doesn't get countered. There's a universe in which Pursuit of Perfection doesn't get countered. That is definitely the riskiest fucking option. But there's a chance that it works. There's a chance that it works. Because so far that deck has not run denies. It does run stuns. We know for a fact that it runs stuns. But we also just kind of have to summon a unit anyway. So let's summon a unit, beam Reggie, and deny the lifesteal. Oh, on the 7-2. That's fair, actually. Okay, so they do have a counterspell. That's unfortunate. So there is a counterspell in that deck, unfortunately. 2-cost spell in hand. Let's Encore. Let's Pale Cascade. See what we can get out of this. Unless we want to attack with the Zoe first. To try and get that invoke. I think let's do Encore. Let's potential... something. We didn't cast out of the way. I could make it so that she can't die. Oh, if I make it so that she can't die and there's no recalls, the Yi is just gonna smack it forever. I think. Yeah, I think the Yi is just gonna keep smacking it forever. Because Lamb's Breastbite will now be permanent, a permanent buff. Yeah, an infinite blocker. There's a Bastion. Not exactly what I need, but it's something, I guess. Let's go with Respite, and let's go with the Invoke. Oh boy. If this doesn't work, we are for sure fucking dead. But it looks like we might be holding on for a little bit. Yeah, Undying Zoe for now. Let's go with this. That makes it a thing. That 7-2 is still going to be healing a whole lot. Let's do this. Equinox is actually castable. Oh, I should have taken the unit, though. I should have taken the unit to have an extra unit here. Good night, Scorpy! Thank you for joining the stream in the meantime. I appreciate it. Yeah, and also now it doesn't kill us if it somehow gets through past the Yi. We can't let the Yi hit us in the face, but we can let other things hit us in the face right now. The Dusk Petal Dust Sky Lady is gonna be annoying for sure. That's a 6-5. Still technically have an infinite blocker. We're gonna go down to 2 if we're not careful. Death Ray will save us from one thing at least. Dust Petal Dust is a unit, probably, unless it's not a unit, and it's just a cast. God, we're so close with the Great Beyond. If I can just live through this turn and cast the Great Beyond, I think we can turn this game around.
One
Yeah.
of many.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and it gives it tough! It gives it tough! Because there's a Scargrounds on the field! Oh my god, that is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna take the 2 damage and hope that there is no meditate in hand. If there's a meditate, of course we lose. We lose the game because it's gonna be +2 and +02, and I don't have that extra punch of damage to go through it. Unfortunately. So yeah, we're just gonna live with that. It is, of course, a Twin Disciplines. We have a Death Ray. Let's commit that. Again, if there is a Twin Disciplines, or another Twin Disciplines or another buff spell in hand, we fucking lose, but turning it around, potentially. That thing is dead. The Zoe is getting buffed. The Yi is at fucking 1, and we have lethal on the open swing. We do just have lethal on the open swing right now. Let's go with the ballistic bot. There's an Aphelios. That doesn't deal Nexus damage to my fucking face. So that's good. Can't do that. Did I say Lee instead of Yi? Occasionally I do fuck that up. Sorry, boys. Yeah, I'm gonna just pass, and then whatever that is will happen, I guess. That is dealing 3 damage to a unit, which is fair and understandable, and I'm going to buff it because I can. There's a time trick. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And it's also permanently buffed, and it's also getting Scarground's attack increase here. Our opponent's running on the top deck, and we are running on, hopefully, that I just have lethal. We're running on the principle of hopefully I just have fucking goddamn lethal. There's a Severum. There's an Aloof Travelers. It's a Spell Shield and Fury to everything. Lifesteal doesn't matter on elusives. I'm gonna just cast Great Beyond here. Yeah, Spell Shield on elusive, Dustspringer, and here we go. Dust Petal Dust coming down. Oh, this game was really close, actually. That game was fucking close. Oh, I don't know how many rounds it was, but it went on for a long fucking time. Okay, yeah, Lamb's Respite off of the back alley bar really saved the match. Really saved that fucking match. Let's try a different deck. Let's try something memeier and a little less brain intensive. We can always play the all landmark deck. I will not play the all landmark deck. Maybe we should try the Aloof Traveler Mill again. I'm gonna try some Aloof Traveler Mill again. This is probably gonna lose, but it's always good. It's always exciting. What do we have after this? We have Suella. If Suella, you are still here. This 1v1 is taking a while, so the queue is pushed back a little bit. Gladius P, your request was also in here. I believe Scorpio went to bed, so I'm gonna bump that to the hold queue. And then Sky, I've got your video. That's currently what I've got in here. If I have forgotten you, yell at me, though I think I've currently caught up with everything. This is the hold queue. Yep, paste that in. Yep. I'm gonna toss some shit. Aloof Soul Cleave is fun. It is a lot of fun. We found what first Aloof. Excellent. Yeah. Excuse the burp. As a boisterous host, this deck is probably gonna just murder me. I've played against it from Queen before, and it is a bit of a. It's fucking difficult to. It's difficult to manage. Yeah, let's just get this out. Let's block the 2-1. If the Scarab dies, so be it. It's a Scarab, it will do things anyway. Okay, let's pass. We do potentially have a Callista. We are finding all of our Aloof Travelers. You're probably gonna go to sleep so you can postpone your singles for a future stream. All right, thank you for understanding and all of that. Appreciate it. Sorry this is taking so long. That last game really certainly amped up the timer by like a factor of at least 20 to 30 minutes. Thank you for understanding though, as always. Let's do a Maokai. That's a Gwen.
Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
We could aloof to begin. I think I'm gonna Maokai and then just fucking deal with the damage that I'm about to take. Okay, so bumping Suella also to another stream. Hi, everything hurts my soul. Everything hurts my body. Everything hurts, we're gonna die. The Gwen is just gonna pull us to shreds. It's gonna cut us to pieces, quite literally. Toss some things. I actually would have liked to have that unit, or that card rather, because it heals me. Oh, I'm losing all my healing, which does suck. But maybe we can get rid of something over there, like a fearsome. That's a glimpse beyond. We're just gonna drop aloof travelers because we can, I think. There's a soul cleave again, so we are finding aloofs for sure. Yeah? Yes, good. What did we discard again? I missed it entirely. Skulking string puller. Oh, the friendly spider. Everybody's friendly, happy favorite spider.
First time, madam.
That's a fearsome again. I really do not like the sheer quantity of fearsome that's been happening lately. It's just not. It's not very good. It does kind of suck. It does kind of suck. I have the aloof combo in hand. I just don't think we're gonna be able to get it, unfortunately. Putting Suella here as well. That's another fucking goddamn skulking. Ah, Jesus, no. Oh no. Oh no, that's a lot of things. Let's at least soul cleave one of them to get some procs. And then we top deck a Maokai, we toss a Riven, we toss a Mystic Shot and a Doubloon Wanderer, we get a Sapling! We summon another one, we get a Callista, we drop a Riven. Oh my god, there were 2 Rivens in that hand. There were 2 whole Rivens in that hand. I would love to sneak out a Callista right now. I don't think that we can, but it would be lovely if we could. It would be lovely. Very, very lovely if we could. There's so many things that are gonna die in front of her, and then we could just summon aloof travelers again. Potentially. Oh, let me have an interaction. I think the correct answer is just open swing, but maybe. No, that's a dream. Okay, that's nice. I had to know it was all a dream. That is blockable at least. It's not fearsome. It's not a fearsome 3/6 spider, which is honestly the thing keeping me kind of alive in the game right now. The Phantom Butler does suck. What is that gonna be? A 10-5. Gwen, why do you do this? Oh, shiddlesticks! No! Fair enough. Absolutely fucking fair enough. Let's do this, and then if I hate spike that and block there, we are actually alive at 4, which I think is the correct answer to my problems. Or at least some of my problems for now. The Gwen is actually not striking, so I can prevent her level for like half a second. That hurts. That causes me physical pain. I don't think there's Decimate in that deck. If there's a Decimate, I mean, obviously we just run away screaming our head off. That's the correct answer. Let's get a quick attack Callista. I mean, that's the thing, I guess. That's not actually what I meant to do exactly, but that's okay. There's a Scaroob. Let's cast Aloof Travelers once more. 20 cards left. How many things have you seen die? 14 to 25. I mean, obviously I want to get the deck to, I want to get their deck down by a lot in order to pull this off fully. Well, you do potentially have a kill on the Gwen right now with the Mystic Shots in hand, which would be very exciting if we could do that. If we could do this. If you would be so inclined as to let me do this. Kill an ally to deal 3. We could risk killing the aloof travelers, but then we run the risk of never being able to find an aloof travelers ever again. This is gonna run into Mark of the Isles or some other bullshittery, and then I'm just gonna suffer. Okay, no, we actually do manage that, which is exciting. The sapling hung around for a hot minute. There's a ghastly band, and we're probably dead unless we find something. Oh, it's 2 ghastly bands! Never mind! The redeemed prodigies to the rescue. Truly redeemed indeed. Unless the drain can help me. That's not it. That's not it. Unfortunately, that is not it. Quick attack as well. Look at all the blade fragments going. So many blade fragments, and also 6 hallowed. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. What can I kill to avoid any of this? Not very much. So if I block here, we can definitely get rid of that damage. If we drain that, we can get rid of that damage. If we block here, and then if we block here and here, and then if we kill like that, and then we block over there, and then we actually only take a damage if we do all of this shit, which means I have a great possibility of actually being able to do something later. That got scary real fast. It got extremely terrifying, like, immediately. Yeah, no, it's bad, but we are living, which is the important bit here. Okay, the Callista actually leveled. Vengeance, yes, good lady, good vengeancing lady, excellent, yes, elusive, oh, good, yeah, huh? Spooter, drain, punching, trading, taking a ghastly band to the noggin. That's okay. We do have the Maokai, let's summon that real quick, let's give him elusive because we fucking can! Because we can. I don't have aloof travelers anymore. That does kind of suck. 21 of 25. Yeah, fuck it. I have a 5-6 now, bitch! That is now 23 of 25, and we can just soul cleave to win. I'm just gonna soul cleave to try and win here. Give me scarabs for tossing purposes, I think. We need to kill that. We can threaten the spider, an undergrowth. I really would like the drain. I really wish I could get some of that drain. But otherwise, we're okay. Yeah, there's 4 cards left. We don't have aloof. I think we might have one more in the deck because I don't remember our 3rd aloof getting tossed. So that is actually a possibility. But it's also very risky. It's like astronomically risky. Let's deal some damage. Let's take the Redeemed Prodigy. Let's swing with this. Let's hold. We can actually go with everything because we have a hapless aristocrat to cast afterwards. Gwen is obviously mildly catastrophic if it's top decked. Yeah, okay. Drawing 2 forces them to 1 card. Forces them to 2 cards, and then 1 card after they top deck on the next turn. I have to let all of this go, which kind of sucks. There's like Glimpse Beyond. There's an Undergrowth. Bye, Drain. Didn't need you guys. There's a Thorny Toad. More healing. Bye. Maokai is chillin'. Maokai is big chillin'. There's a Rune Squire with the Challenger. Let's take a hapless aristocrat here. Let's end the round. I don't actually want to insider knowledge before their attack commits. We have another sapling here. Hopefully there's no overwhelm. There's a mystic shot as well, potentially for something. Because it only increases power, it doesn't actually increase anything else. There's overwhelm, yeah. As expected. Oh, and overwhelm on the other one. God damn. I was like, man, we got this. We're fine. We don't actually have this anymore, which sucks. That last might top deck is literally everything that was needed. Ah, damn it! The might was top decked! Fuck. That might hadn't been there, we would have actually had this game. If that might hadn't been there, we would have actually fucking had this game. There's aloof travelers. No! And there's aloof travelers and another insider knowledge. I would have actually been able to win if I had top decked any of these in a different order. If I had found any of those in a different order, we would have actually been able to beat the Gwen. Damn it. Ah, GG's though. GG's. I guess RNG just wasn't in my favor. Ugh. It's a shame all of your healing was at the bottom of the deck. I also tossed... Yeah, everything was at the bottom. And the hate spike would have actually dealt with the spider, but we just didn't find it. Just couldn't pull it out. Yeah, that was fucking wild. Those were some games though. Those were some games. Okay, moving on with our submissions for now. I feel like I need a second to recover, so I'm gonna just drink some of my soda and breathe as I remember the matches. Oh, good shit. Let's see. That is not our submissions for today. This is from Gladius P. Gladius P, are you still around? Because I have your request here, if you are here. You're a deck-making gremlin. You are a deck-making gremlin. But we love the gremlins, so it's great. This is Gladius P. Demacia, Ionia, Dragons, something. I need to remember what the name of that card is. Though, Gladys, if you're not here, I might actually save this for a future stream. That's how the submissions usually go. Oh! The dragon card, Lookout! That's the one that's the card. That's the card that I couldn't fucking remember the name of. Sick Pike! Hello! Welcome back. How's it going? Oh! Go get it for Dragon Guard cycling. I actually like that. Let's go up to 3 Dragon Guards because that was the request for the deck. You want to deck request them, but you feel like you gotta know how to play the decks and the win con to make it work. That makes sense. I mean, I take a bunch of decks that I figure out the win con as I'm playing, so it's up to you. Let's drop a Sharpsight or 2. Single combat's fine. Just maybe one syncopation. Shield Duran doesn't work with Formidable. Strafing is fine. Concussive Palm is okay. 2 denies makes sense. What dragons are we actually missing here, if any? Challengers, The Dragonlings are dragons, so that does actually count. Which is funny. We could do... We're probably not going to get Dragon Collar. A couple of Screechies feels not terrible, especially if we can get some kind of stuff going on them. Dragon's Rage, Broodmother, Empyrean is weird. Caldragrin is stupid, so we're not gonna put that in. Shyvana with the Dragon Guards and the Eggheads should be okay, though. Concerted is good. Tempted to put 3 Screechies, honestly. I feel like 3 Screechies is not too bad. We're a little bit low on earlier units, so I might put in a couple of lieutenants just to be able to block Fearsome, because we're probably gonna be able to behold stuff. I think, hopefully. Actually, let's just give it a run through. Let's do it one run through with this. Not sure if Gladius is still here, but the VOD will be. So we'll give it a solid attempt, and then we'll go check out Sky's video. That is Shyvana Viego, which I actually haven't seen in a while. Glandula Salival. That's a name. It's making me think about glands that I don't really wish to think about when I'm playing a card game. But that's fine. That's fine. It's not like it's Pouch of Douglas or anything. One day I'll pick a username that's like Pouch of Douglas. Or Skeen's gland, you know? That's an even more interesting gland. Yeah, Chow Chow Shiv. Yeah, Chow Chow Shiv. Eventually I'll be able to cast Chows. I hope it's like a Chow off. I'm just like, they cast a Chow, I cast a Chow. I would like to be Chow Supreme, of course. And of course the Shyvana does have the different... Actually, have I played Shyvana since the new conditions were put on her? Let's just, she got edited. I think, I actually haven't really played Shyvana too much since her, since it was changed from her damage to dragon damage, which is kind of interesting. So, We have a big Shyvana here. They obviously have Vengeance, so they're probably waiting for me to do that. I mean, I'm still going to do it because it's a fucking Shyvana. That's a 7/8 casual. They have a removal. They're going to use it now. They don't have the removal that I was expecting, however. I mean, this is just gonna fucking level, which is hilarious. That is a glimpse beyond. So they are denying me my Shyvana damage, but I still have a Shyvana. I'm so amazed they didn't cast Vengeance on it. I mean, it's kind of great, but also weird. Dragon Guard Lookout is available next turn. Strafing Strike is here. If they Vengeance, I think we just respond with the Screechy. That is actually just kind of fine. I think we just kind of murder that in cold blood. I could Sharpsight it to actually get it to be a leveled Shyvana. That would be, honestly, at a really aggressive amount of pressure, but we do have the Lookout next turn, so this is probably an unnecessary yeet, but we're going to try and level her. If they have another Glimpse Beyond, obviously we lose this exchange hard, and we've spent 5 mana to do absolutely nothing. But that looks pretty good to me. We have Triggered Flow, and it's lighting up because we have the Eye of the Dragon in hand. But right now I would just like to do a nice attack with 14 damage? Sorry, 13 damage plus the rally, potentially. Which should be lethal. Unless they find something really powerful. Excuse me, I am dying. We don't have Dragon Guard Lookout and the Strafing Strike, which does suck. That is unfortunate. So we're gonna have to play a little bit risky if they cast a Viego in between, or cast anything in between our attacks. But again, the Shyvana is so large that they have to contend with her immediately. I mean, we can also cast Deny. We could also do Strafing into a Deny, which is kind of also acceptable. They Black Spear the 3/4. Yeah, that makes sense. They kind of have to worry about that. We are just gonna go swinging. We're just gonna go swinging. Whee! It's a 12/12! And then we counter it if they try and Vengeance, and then that's all their mana. Whee! Okay. They have 6. I imagine they do something here, unless they don't want to play into the Strafing, which is actually fair. If they don't play into the Strafing, though... we still got that rally. We still got that rally. I wonder if they suspect that we have Dragon Guard Lookout. It's a rarer card for sure, because it's expensive as fuck. And it's like built for dragon-only decks, which aren't dominant in the meta at all right now. So we shall see... We shall see. Oh, I really want them to use mana here. If they use mana, I think we're golden. If they don't use mana, it's a sizable risk. It's, yeah, Shyvana Viego. We've killed a Shyvana because they glimpsed a Shyvana. But they have a Viego still, but that would also be everything if to cast Viego. And they know that we have the Strafing Strike. Or they are AFK entirely. Or they're completely AFK. Do I end the round and then rally next turn? No, we're gonna do more risky shit and just rally again with 15. Well, +2 again. So 3 + 4, 17 damage on attack only. I think they're AFK. I think having to glimpse beyond the Shyvana might have broken them a little bit. So yeah, boom, let's go. Now, do you have the Vengeance? Were you baiting me real hard? No, they were not baiting me at all. They just didn't have anything. Exciting. Thank you, Shyvana. You're a dear, Shyvana. Okay, doing pretty good. Well, Gladius P, if you ever watch this VOD, or if you are still here, that was pretty fast, and I think just like one of the cleanest and fastest ways this deck could have ever won a combat. Just so smooth on the top decks, and so ineffective from our opponent to counter us in any way, shape, or form. So that's great. moving along with our submissions here, we've got Sky with a video, and I've been told in many scenarios that there is gum involved somehow. So let's check that out and see what's happening here. Okay, paste this in. This over there. Ba-ba. Paste. How's the volume? Volume might be okay. Let's make this a little bigger.
どうしたの？
トールさんが避ける組咲いてる時の顔が好き。
そう？
もっと長く見てたいな。
Long, long
What the fuck?
危ないねあの人。
避ける組対長い避ける組。
キリンさんが見て手長猿。
You've seen this? I haven't seen this before.
長いのが好きなんだね。
別に意識してるわけじゃないけど。
気のせいか。
He's just like following them around. Or maybe they're following him. Who knows? So seductive?
避ける組対長い避ける組。
出先で避ける組のマンゴー見つけてさ。本当？バイク便で送ったから。そろそろ吹くと思うよ。
すごいタイミング。
サインお願いします。
The series of commercials in Japan pretty funny. You know, this is a pretty good commercial.
ありがとう。
マンゴー味珍しいからたくさん買ったんだ。今度二人で食べようね。
Do you have time?
おい、ちいちゃん。
避ける組対長い避ける組。
それ触ってみてもいいですか？
どうぞ。
長い。これどうやって咲くんですか？
こんな風に。
You got the whole series?
すいません。
She's ready.
避ける組対長い避ける組。
はい。
電話出ないから心配になって。
ちょっと寝込んでて。
これ持ってきたから一緒に食べよう。
今日は。ちょっと待って。今はダメ。
The evidence.
あいつが来てたんだ。
避ける組対長い避ける組。
Accurate. Reasonable reaction.
どうして俺じゃなくてこいつなんだよ。
それは。
ああ、そうかい。長けりゃいいのかい。ビロービロー。やめて、海がかわいそう。ビローよー。ちいちゃん。
黙っててごめん。実は私もう長く。
What?
だから長いものを見ると安心できるの。
避ける組対。
Why is there like a somewhat coherent plot thread here? It's wildly
だって長いの。
dramatic. But I like the story here. But it's an 80% probability of cheating. Classic. Shatter her world, lady.
避ける組対長い避ける組。
ちいちゃん聞いてもいい？
何？
プロポーズってどんな風にされたい？
え？
正直に言ってごらん。
フラッシュモブは嫌かな。なんかこっぱずかしいし。フラッシュモブ以外は。
Anything but a flash mob.
ちいちゃん、僕と結婚。耳長っ。
She is extremely distractible.
ちいちゃん。
ダメ。結婚式までお預け。
シェー、おやすみ。
おやすみ。
食べるとおしめください。
どちらまで？
She's extremely down bad. She really is.
は？
すいません。やっぱり忘れられない。
避ける組対。
Still hallucinating. Got it. Oh no, not an actual wedding.
じゃねえぞはたぼうよ
Long, long.
I'm gonna hear that long, long man in my head just randomly doing things tomorrow, and I don't know if this is a blessing or a curse. I think it's a curse. Girl, focus!
避ける組だい長い避ける組
私長い間あなたのこと待ってたの。トールさんごめんなさい。私のこと
Just, you should share this with your
で
friends.
しょ。私はひどい女なの。
ああもうやだどうしていつも俺の前に現れるんだよ
一目見た時から君のことが
What?
Long, long.
Yes! 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 Oh, absolutely incredible. Incredible!
トール君
This is all how all love triangles need to be handled. Yes.
どうして？
僕らはきっと分かり合える
Three-way?
ってみてもいいですか
ああきっとみんな分かり合える避ける組長い避ける組
Okay. Now I want to like eat the food. That's a persuasive advertisement, yo. I will remember the brand and the concept and the fact that it is a gummy until I fucking die now. Amazing. Thank you for sending that in. That was absolutely incredible and top tier. I will share it with my friends. It was beautiful. So thank you for that. We have reached, on that note, the end of our submissions for the evening. So I'm gonna head out for the day. I'm off tomorrow, but I'll be back at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. We are also hitting the point where we're looking at 2 to 3 weeks until the next tournament. So if you would like to join a meme tournament with a $150 prize pool and a Poro plushie, excuse me for the burp, like Flufferton on the line, watch out for those announcements coming in the next couple weeks. We have some concepts prepared already for what we're going to do next. It's going to be janky. It's going to have deck building requirements. So you're not running up against the meta. You're running up against some fun homebrewing stuff. So don't forget to check that out if you're all interested. And I'll be back on Sunday. I'll also be streaming on Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific. What server? Currently, we're limited to America's server because I don't have the capacity right now to run 3 separate tournaments on different servers. So right now it is America's NA, whatever name you want to put for that one. We have been thinking about doing a proper like pauper tournament where you don't have to craft like expensive cards. You can just come in with like commons and yeah, just commons. So that might be coming up in the future if people are interested in like joining a new server with a different account. But right now, America's people will probably be building with expensive stuff and crafting. So yeah, some limitations at the moment. Eventually it will become bigger. But right now, that's the idea. Did I see the pauper format that they are introducing? I did not, actually. I have not been as on top of Runeterra news coming out as I should be. I've been seeing some stuff here and there, but I've been off of Twitter pretty much of the past 2 weeks because I don't like Twitter. But yeah, I need to go catch up on all the stuff because also we're approaching new champ rotation time. And also, you know, the gauntlets and the Runeterra Opens are happening a whole bunch. Singleton is currently happening if you don't know about this, which is also a really cool format. So yeah, I know that they're doing a bunch of neat things. I think the tournaments that we've been doing will still have a place, but yeah, Runeterra this year seems to be coming out with some interesting stuff. Certainly more diversity in things that you can build for events, which is cool. Also, it's Bren. Thank you for the follow. I hope you've been enjoying your time here on the stream. They're doing a commons only with 4 champs format. Never mind. Go join that. we will not do commons only potentially if the official client is actually doing it. But yeah, we'll be having our own meme tournament again. Probably the weekend before or after Easter. Not on actual Easter Sunday, because I'm pretty sure people will be celebrating or doing other stuff that day. So yeah, hope to see you all again in a future stream. And I, right now, am going to find somebody else to annoy in the category as usual. Wow, Runeterra has 96 viewers right now? That's tiny. Oh my god, it's so tiny. I need somebody who's streaming in English. Yo, main Teemo? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's go raid the Teemo main player. Diablo 4 is out. Oh, was today the release for Diablo 4? Or for the pre-release? Pre-release, right? If you might be on Diablo 4. That makes total sense, yeah. His name is it Pantheon? Damn, Felter, that's fucking fair. Early release. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. It has been a while since the Diablo game came out, isn't it? You can get a beta key at KFC. That is a sentence that I didn't expect to say, but all right. Go get your Diablo 4 keys at KFC and get your magic cards and Hot Pockets. What the fuck is happening? Anyway, I'm gonna send you all out. Thank you all for joining the stream this evening. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great start to your weekend. Hope to see you again soon. Stay tuned for news. I am an ADHD child as usual. Have a great night. Next year, gonna tell you Karn Liberated should wear pants too. I mean, there's a reason she's stronger than Karn Scion of Ursa. I mean, look, I'm just saying that maybe a nice tailored pair of pants would make him look good. It's not necessarily a we have to do it. I'm just saying that we could at least give him the costuming option to do so. It's a possibility they killed Timio. You'll take it under advisement. Look, even like just give him, if the whole pant isn't gonna work, you'd always give him like chaps or something. Those are pretty good also. Anyway, I'm gonna send out this raid. Thank you all again. And happy time zone to you. That might be a fine compromise. Fuck yeah, we found it. They have to be assless chaps, of course. There are distinctions here. But yeah, anyway, thank you all again. Good night.